Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go. Oh, my gosh, dude. I'm fired up. We're back. The doctor is in. We're live. Happy Thursday night. And I got to say, man, I've got a take about this game. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, right? But I have an opinion slash a prediction about this game. Oh, I'm so fired up for this one. This is awesome. Lions versus Cowboys, Thursday night football. We're here, hanging out, talking ball, watching the game. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, spending your Thursday night here. And as always, you know the drill. If you're in here, feel free to say hello in chat. Looks like Sebastian popped in here for a little bit, saying, I hope both teams just have fun. Me too, man. Me too. Hey, as a neutral football enjoyer, right? At the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for is just a nice, fun game on our TV screen. I know you're a big Lions fan. Big game for your fellas in Honolulu Blue today, right? You know Detroit's going to be rocking. This is a matchup that means a lot to both these two teams. Well, we'll get into the whole matchup here in a little bit because there's a lot to talk about. And I mean, this is just a phenomenal game all across the board. But I, too, am hoping the teams have fun here today, man. Oh, man. This is going to be awesome. We've got about, 15, 20 minutes until kickoff? I never remember if it's 8:15 or 8:20. I know they change it all around. I think it might actually be 8:15, which I can't complain about. I want to get this game started here. I genuinely have been thinking about this game all day, man. I've been looking forward to this game really since last week. So I picked a good spot here to go live again. So I'm fired up. But I've got my water bottle here. I've got my mason jar of extra water. I know I'm going to need that, right? It's been a minute since I've streamed. We'll see how my voice holds up and everything like that. You know, I'm going to be getting the cotton mouth, the dry throat or whatever. So we'll work through that. But I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up. What's going on, Pear Champ? Appreciate you tuning in, asking how's it going. It's going great, man. I can't lie. I was talking about this earlier. I'm so fired up for this game, dude. I genuinely, honestly think, just a prediction here, that when it's all said and done, this game is going to be looked at as the best game of the regular season. Like, I just feel like this is such a sick matchup. This game means so much to both these teams, and there's so much history and drama, especially recently between these two teams. I mean, genuinely, this feels like a playoff game, man. I really think that the winner of this game is going to go on and make the playoffs and the loser is going to go home. This feels like the first real like playoff game or play-in game, whatever you want to call it. You know, we've had some fun matchups like Rams Seahawks was sick, you know, and like Eagles Titans or not Eagles Titans. Eagles Lions was like a clash of the Titans and all that stuff, and we got a pretty fun game coming up on Sunday, Bears Packers. But to me, I feel like stakes, the way these two teams play, the history between them, and the fact that it's a primetime game, I think this is going to go down as game of the year right now. I'm calling my shot, and I truly can't wait. We'll dive into the X's and O's, but that's my take. How are y'all feeling about this game here tonight? Who are y'all picking? What are y'all thinking for this game? We got Jack in here as well. What up, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Just talking about your Seahawks for a little bit. And I'm sure as a Seahawks fan, you're watching this game intently, maybe scouting out some potential competition, you know, in the first or second round, perhaps in the playoffs, right? I mean, I feel like Seattle, it wouldn't shock me if they ended up squaring off with one of these teams in January, which that would be a pretty sick game too. We got Caden in here as well. Gonna go but just needed to say Dak is barely top 10. Oh, brother, this guy. Nah, bro, they're showing him on the screen right now. I mean, I got Prime Vision up. Nah, bro. Are we sure he's not like QB4 in the league? Like, honestly, I'm getting to that point where it's like I mean, I know this is a bit, but like the question is whether he's top 5 or not at this point. I mean, he is playing some phenomenal football. I'm excited for that, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Jack is going to the game Sunday in Atlanta. Oh, that's sick. Wait. Do the Seahawks play the Falcons this week? Let's see. Atlanta Falcons schedule. That's so sick, dude. You're going to be down in the A. That's awesome. Yeah, Seahawks Falcons in Atlanta. Let's go, man. Well, I hope you enjoy your time in Atlanta. Get to go to the Benz. It's a fun place to watch a game, and hopefully we'll see your Seahawks get the dub there. That's awesome, man. Let's go. Let's go. Pear Champ saying no St. Brown makes this less exciting. Pick the Cowboys to win. Best game of the season is probably Bills Ravens or Giants Broncos in my opinion. Nah, that's fair. That Bills Ravens game was sick. I will say, and maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I read somewhere that St. Brown is playing today. I thought they just announced that he was going to be active. Yeah, he will play. So there is a little extra juice there. And I got to say, St. Brown's a good player. I don't know, man. They got another really good receiver in Detroit who's like honestly pretty darn close to St. Brown in my true opinion. They're very different players. They've got different skill sets. I gotta say, man, Waymo's nice. Like, even if St. Brown was out, like they could still make that offense. Like they could run that offense through Jamison Williams, but there is no Laporta. That's tough, right? Let's just get into this matchup. We're getting some predictions now, and I've just been itching to talk about this game. A lot of people on Dallas in chat, and I gotta say, I'm with you guys. I'm beyond like I'm so high on the Cowboys right now. 3-0 ever since they brought in Quinnen Williams, just completely transformed their defense. They are red hot. I honestly think, man, looking at their schedule, there's a chance they could go and run the table. I mean, they have really put themselves in a good spot to potentially make the playoffs. This game right here is the big pivot point, right? If they beat the Lions, they leapfrog them, and that might be what they need to really get over the top. But man, I I like this Cowboys team a lot, and I just think like it's just been such a roller coaster season for the Lions, right? To go off of the whole like, oh, Ragnow's coming back and now he's not. Like that was just such a bummer, such a rug pull. But Dallas is red hot. I just I really worry about a banged up Lions secondary holding up against this Cowboys passing attack. I mean, again, this is a Lions team that likes to run a lot of man coverage. That's a dangerous game to play against really good receivers. Dallas has got two of them. That's a dangerous game to play against a really good quarterback. Dallas has got one of them. And there's no Kirby Joseph, right? Some of the guys in the secondary have been banged up. So that, I think, could be a real thing that Dallas can just pick on a little bit, right? It honestly wouldn't shock me if Dak went out there and threw for like 350 today. This is going to be a huge, huge game for Aiden Hutchinson, who is, I gotta say, a little quiet last week against the Packers, but I believe there's no Tyler Guyton for the Cowboys, so they're going to have a backup tackle out there. Hutch is going to have to pop off today. I really think if the Lions defense wants to like play well enough to win this game, Hutch is going to have to pop off against his matchup because I just really worry about the secondary against this passing attack. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, like Dak has time, but he can't find anyone open. Like, nah, bro. Pickens is going to win his matchups. CD's going to win his matchups. Dak will chuck it. I do think the Lions at least have the horses to score with them, obviously. This Cowboys defense has been better, but it's not like the 85 Bears or anything like that, right? Quinnen has helped, and I think he could really cause some problems for this young and inexperienced interior offensive line, but Goff should still play pretty well if he doesn't like just completely get wrecked by Quinnen, and like you still worry about these Cowboys corners. Like you could say the same thing. Like St. Brown and JMO are going to get theirs against the secondary. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to come down to the end. I think the crowd is going to be rocking. I think there's going to maybe even be a little bit of chippiness, between the whole like reporting eligible and then last year. Ben Johnson, I know he's not there anymore, but they're running these trick plays up 35 and getting called for illegal formation. And Ben Johnson's like, huh? Really? Huh? But I'm going to say Dallas wins this one 35-30. That's my pick. Cowboys win 35-30. Keep it rocking and rolling. I love this team so much, dude. The run game is nice, too. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of good things that I'll be saying about the Cowboys throughout this game. And I'll give credit where it's due when the Lions show up, too, because still a very good team. And if they win, they're dangerous still, even with no Ragnow. Jack says, ever since the Neyland tragedy, this Cowboys team has been playing with heart. They have, dude. I know you were saying in chat a few weeks ago, right? Like, this Cowboys team is super likable with them playing for Neyland, and I feel like Schottenheimer's done a really good job at just, like, setting the tone. I don't know. He's just one of those guys. Every time he gets behind the mic with, like, a press conference interview, it's just, I like what he's saying. I'm not going to sit in here and be like, oh, he's this offensive genius. He's like doing all these innovative things, but I just like the guy, I just trust him. Same thing I could say about like Aaron Glenn. Just, I like the things they're saying. I like the things they're doing. And he made some great hires on his staff. I think Dak is a super likable guy. It's a really fun team, man. It really is. St. Brown might be limited. Parachamp is saying, no, that's fair. Like maybe they'll have him a little bit of a snap count. And I mean, he's a very physical player, right? They ask a lot of him out in the run game as a blocker. They'll send him over the middle on some perilous routes. Like maybe they tone that down a little bit. That's fair. Maybe you don't see like a St. Brown end around trick play or something like that. That's totally fair. But he will at least be playing, so that should help. We got Lovato in here. What's up, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Let's go. Saying if the Cowboys go 10-6-1, they make the playoffs. They might, dude. And low key, I was actually thinking about firing up the ESPN playoff machine at halftime. We might do a little grid too. That's something I've wanted to do on stream for a while, and I know Parachamp and a few others have been asking for like a playoff prediction or like predicting who's going to make the playoffs from here on out. I think I might do that, honestly. I might forego the grid tonight, and we'll do a halftime playoff machine run instead. But 10-6-1 will probably get them in. It is a very strong NFC this year, and I'd have to like really crunch the numbers. I'm going to be honest. There's one team in particular, and it's not the one that I made the TikTok about. There's one team that I'm still looking at. They have 8 wins right now. They're in a playoff spot, and it's like, I don't know, man. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop with them. It's the 49ers. I don't know. Man, that defense is just so hurt, and I don't know how they keep winning these games, and it's like at some point, like, they're going to fall off a little bit, right? Like, I think Dallas could pass them. I think the Cowboys actually play them, don't they? Let's just take a look at their schedule. We have a little bit of time here. We'll get a little sneak preview, and let's peep the Cowboys schedule and see how it's looking. I mean, dog, they play 9 after this game. Like, that's probably a win, right? 49ers have 9 wins. I'm tripping. Okay, they're probably in with 9. They already have 9 wins. They're probably in. Dude, Jack, I mean, as a Seahawks fan, you probably got to be thinking, like, the same thing, right? Like, I don't know, respectfully, like, I get why they're winning because their schedule's easy and Kyle's a good coach. But, like, also at the same time, it's like, dude, I'm sorry. How on earth does this team have 9 wins? Like, I've seen that defense. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't talk. 9 is my quarterback. But okay, so they got the Lions, but then they got the Vikings. They got the Chargers. I think they can get the Chargers, especially with all those injuries up front. And then Commanders and Giants. I think if they win this game, they run the table, honestly. I really do. I think if they win this game, they're in. Yeah. This is a win and in type of moment. I think it's the Lions that play the 49ers. See, here's what I'll say. And you know what? To try and beat the Lions hater allegations there, Sebastian, here's what I'll say. Like, honestly, they don't play the 49ers. I don't know why I was thinking that. Well, okay. Hypothetically, if the Lions were to play the 49ers, I'd be like, honestly, I think the Lions beat them by like 2 touchdowns. Like, even with these injuries, like, I honestly think Detroit is just such a better team than San Francisco. Maybe I'm not a Niners hater. I mean, I like Kyle and all that, but I just don't see it with that team, to be completely honest with you. But with 9 wins, I don't think they're going to drop out at this point. But they were one team I just kept waiting to, like, go on a little 3-game losing streak and then someone catches them. But that's probably not happening. But yeah, they have 9 wins. Yeah. Lovato's going to America, visiting LA next year. Gonna watch a Dodgers game. Let's go. That's awesome. Get a little Dodger Stadium action, right? Maybe get a Dodger dog or something. They actually got a lot of good looking food at Dodger Stadium. Shout out the Filipino food that they have at Dodger Stadium. They have lumpia with sweet chili sauce there, which is pretty sick, amongst a few other things. But that's exciting, man. Let's go. Hopefully that trip goes well for you. Heck yeah, man. Catching a Dodgers game. But hopefully I'm not the biggest Lions hater in history. I feel like there's maybe bigger Lions haters in world history than me. But Jack's saying the fact that the Niners are 9-4 in the 7th seed is going to make it really tough for either of these teams to make it. That's fair. Yeah. There's the wolfing and the barking. I mean, who else is up there in the NFC right now that's holding a spot? I mean, I guess, I mean, you've got this, whoever doesn't win the division between the Seahawks and the Rams, right? And then the Bears and the Pack. Yeah, dude, it is going to be tough. It is going to be tough. I'm not trying to be too much of a Niners hater, but it's just like, respectfully, man, in a perfect world, I'm sorry. Like, if we wanted to have the seven best teams in the NFC, like, I would put Dallas or Detroit. I would put them both in over the 49ers. But who knows, man? We'll see. We'll see. Here we go, baby. We're about to get this thing started. Lions starting with the ball. They're wearing white at home. I know why, right? You want to try and make Dallas wear blue. They almost never wear it. Sure. Normally, I'd go off on some speech about how it's so dishonorable that all these teams are wearing white at home now, but for the sake of playing the Cowboys, I get it. You know, that's kind of been a thing for a little bit, so I'll allow it because, you know, I decide these things. But oh, it's clogging the toilets. Ruh-roh. Oh, Pear Champ's got a top 5 quarterbacks this season. Okay. I'll get to that in a sec, but I'm liking who's in there so far. Mr. Backwards Hat. Needs no introduction, right? All right, here we go. First play for the Lions. St. Brown is out there. He's in the slot. They got Anthony Ferkser starting. Dude, I mean, that's what it's come to, right? No Laporta or Brock Wright. First play, St. Brown on a little bit of a stick route right there. Okay. Let's go, dude. I love Prime Vision so much. Shout out Sam Schwartzstein. This is easily the best part of these Prime broadcasts, by far, in my opinion. But, okay, there you go. First play, a little target for St. Brown. At the very least, I mean, he still might be limited in this game, right? But if you get him an easy look early, you try and trick the defense into thinking, maybe he's not limited, you know? I like that. Now he's off the field. Yep. You just remind him of his presence. Play action. Look out. Oh, baby. That play got wrecked up front. And that has kind of been the story of these Lions losses so far, right? Like, this is, make no mistake, Detroit has still been a very good team. Still a very good offense, no matter which way you slice it. But the reason it hasn't felt quite as dominant this year is because when they go up against some of these better defenses, they get teed off on up the middle. There's Osa Digizua right there getting a hit on Goff. Good gap shooter, good speed rusher at the defensive tackle position. When you lose Ragnow and Zeitler, man, like, it's just hard to fill that hole. 3rd and 3. Oh, yeah, they got it with Gibbs. Nice. But then they can come back and do that, you know? I mean, oh, spin move, baby. Come on now. Like, here's the thing. They could still hit their explosives, though. They are maybe not quite as consistent on a down-to-down basis in the running game or the passing game. But when you've got Gibbs, when you've got Waymo, when you've got St. Brown, like, they can still hit enough explosives that it still comes out to, like, the 6th or 7th best offense in the NFL. No, that was not intentional. I'm sorry. But now I might as well do it. Oh, I low-key disagree with that take, Jack. The Packers. I don't know. There's Gibbs on a little... on the check down. I mean, dude, he is such a sick player. Come on. Y'all see that juke move? Oh my gosh. He has got to be the hardest player in the NFL to bring down in the open field. I mean, this is sick, dude. When you can just check it down to him and get like a 30-yard chunk play, I mean, come on. And he's powerful too. Look at him running through those arm tackles. Oh my gosh. There's some good backs in the NFL, man. Is he the best? I know JT's doing his thing and he's nice, but I don't know. Ross Dwelly is their other. Oh my gosh, dude. This is an insane tight end room now with some of these injuries. Anthony Ferkser and Ross Dwelly. That's insane. But Jack is saying he feels like the Packers are the only teams the Cowboys have a chance to catch. I don't know. Green Bay is so good, man. And I'll say this because I don't think I'll be going live Sunday morning. Honest to goodness, and it's in Lambeau too, I think Green Bay gets a statement win on Sunday. I think they got the division. I think they could be in real play for the number 1 seed, honestly. Green Bay is good. And I say that as a Vikings fan, man. That Packers team, they're a problem. Pear Champ, when he had his top 5 quarterbacks, he had Pookie in there, Jordan Love. Nah, he should be, dude. For this season, absolutely. There are not 5 quarterbacks that are playing better football than Jordan Love this season. He needs to be in the MVP conversation. He's a demon, man. He's a good player. 3rd and 8. What do you got here? Oh, they run a little stunt. Down he goes. Big sack. James Houston revenge game. Yeah, James Houston started off with the Lions, was honestly a pretty good player for him, but just never really fully fell in favor with the coaching staff. Not saying that like they hated him, but just like it was always a little surprising. He didn't play quite as much. Just a clean win on Sewell. They'll get the 3 points either way, but man, like already seeing Goff go down a few times. This Cowboys D line, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, I hate saying this because ultimately, at the end of the day, like the Micah Parsons trade was stupid and wrong, and like you could say it's kind of dumb that like it's still kind of working out for the Cowboys. But honestly, after the trade deadline, if you look at that Cowboys defensive line, it's like you could do a heck of a lot worse. That is, they're pretty strong up front. I got to give Jerry a few props. He said he wanted to fix the run defense. It took him about half a season. You know, it took him giving up a first rounder for Quinn and Williams. But he has. I mean, he kind of has. Like, they built a good defensive line. It's still working out. Ezraku's playing well. He's the rookie I really liked for them, you know. Houston's coming up a little bit. Yeah, you could do a lot worse than the Cowboys defensive line. I don't know. Anyways, let's catch up with chat here a little bit. That was a fun first drive. 3-0. Saw a little bit of everything. Some big plays. Defense coming up a little bit. I love it. But Niners play the Titans this week, dude. Their schedule's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Yeah. Nah, they'll get in. I mistakenly had it with one fewer win, and they'll probably get in. Yeah. But what if Jeffrey Simmons wrecks the game? Oh man. Sebastian was watching the Rams Panthers highlights, and all the Rams receivers are basically practicing out there. No one was on them all game. Yeah, that tends to happen sometimes against the good old Panthers. I will say, they're a really fun team, and honestly, they're a team where it's like, man, like if the wild card race wasn't so like screwed up, like they would be a fun playoff team. But it's gonna come down to them winning the division. There's no shot they can make it as a wild card with how good the NFC is this year. But they have a shot, honestly. Dude, they've got a fun team. The defense is a little scary because it's really just like 2 superstar players and then vibes. But they got some nice wins. And that offense, I like it a lot. I like what they're building there. Lions have a much better chance to make it with a win. That's probably fair. I like this Cowboys team so much. Maybe I'm wish casting. Maybe this is just like what I want to happen, you know? This is just what I want. Love got the Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for the Packers. Let's go. Noted good guy, Jordan Love. I mean, like, I don't know him personally, obviously. Also, I'm going to raise my chair because I look short. I'm sinking because I'm fat. But like everything I've heard about him, like he sounds like a truly good dude, you know, like he was like helping his neighbors shovel snow and stuff like that. It's like, you know what? Let's go. Good for Jordan. All right. Let's see what you got, Dallas. Turpin. Decent return. 4th place schedule. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 49ers finished last. They got the 4th place schedule. Just like a favorable draw with the divisions that the NFC West had to play to, you know? When was the last time the NFC South was a good division? 2017. Yeah, I mean the Panthers, Saints were good. Falcons made the playoffs that year. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Julian Love. Oh yeah. I saw that list before I went live today. You got that right. It's loud, dude. It's rocking. Javante with the run. And that's what's been the most fun surprise about this Cowboys offense is just how good their running game has been. Javonte has turned into the downhill runner that we were kind of hoping he would be when he came out of college. The line is playing pretty well. Cooper Beebe's a guy that's really stepped up and played a lot better. The young Tylers are looking great. Dak rollout, bang, Pickens. And then you've got these receivers, man. I mean, you've got two true ones. The evolution that George Pickens' game has had from going from just a one-trick pony, albeit a very good trick, to like being a guy you can hit on crossers and slants, like, and just the way he pairs with CD. Oh man, just such a sick player, man. He might be first team All-Pro this year. He has had a phenomenal season. And it looks like we got a man down. Thomas Harper. I'm assuming that's the guy who's in for Kirby Joseph. Dude, that sucks. Second play from scrimmage. Your backup safety goes down. Now you're down to number 3. Yeah, you got hit in the head there a little bit. That's not good to see, man. I'm with you, Jack. Jerry is absolutely cooked. He had a good draft, and like again, would this team be better off if they had Micah Parsons? Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty sick if like they kept Micah Parsons and then they also still traded for Quinnen Williams or something like that. But ultimately, what's been done has been done, and the Cowboys are in actually like a pretty good spot now for it. If Jerry can just lock in and pay Pickens this offseason, because that is worth noting, right? His contract is up after this season, and if there's anything we should know about Jerry Jones and how he does business is these contract negotiations are never as easy as they're supposed to be. I mean, that's why Micah's in Green Bay right now, for crying out loud, right? Zeke was in Cancun holding out like 3 days before the season opener back in 2019. But if he can just lock in, maybe finally learn his lesson and get this Georgie deal done, they're honestly in a pretty good spot, dude. Like, I really like this team. He has been a pretty good drafter. All right, let's see what we got here. Fresh set of downs for the boys. Play action, nothing. Just check it down. Good tackle. Oh, that was a great tackle. Derek Barnes coming downhill. Yeah, maybe if you're Dak, with the benefit of hindsight, you could have been like, maybe I could have just chucked that one away instead of taking the check down. Barnes was kind of all over that the whole way. But you're also betting on your running back to just beat one man and then get like 6 yards or something like that. But great job to just bring him down right there. Loss of 5. That's like a sack. That's a huge play on first down. Now you have to pass it on second down. Oh, yes. That is the Dak throw right there. That is literally his signature throw, man. A seam ball to Jake Ferguson, and that was a dot. They're going hurry up. Oh, I love this. That was a dot. They got one-on-one on both sides. Take the shot. Oh. Looking for Flanoy there. I like taking a shot one-on-one. Going quick after a big completion, taking a little heat check right there. I get that. Man, if only that was Pickens he was throwing it up to. But that was pretty good coverage. Oh, yeah. Herb Street's shouting out. I mean, what's so sick about that throw is he has to throw it over the defender, but he leaves just enough on it so that he doesn't lead Ferguson too much and get him killed. I mean, I'm going to be annoying with my Dak worship all night, but like that's just such good quarterback play. Now they got another big boy third down right here. All right, what do we got here? This is going to be where things are tested, right? Detroit has been maybe a little bit more blitz happy this year under Kelvin Shepard. And again, third down, they're going to blitz, they're going to run man. It's a high wire act, and I respect it. Like, I think it's sick. That's such a cool way to play defense, but it is a little scary against this offense. Here you go on a 3rd and 9. Prescott. Uh-oh! Whoo, that was a dangerous throw right there, man. That was another heat check. He was really trying to rifle that one in there to Pickens. There was like 3 Lions defenders and 1 Georgie. I mean, I don't hate the idea, but good lord, dude, that could have been an interception right there. Let's see Hutch on this play against Terrence Steele. Great matchup. Steele got him there. Long kick for Aubrey. He's got these. He's money. Bang. 3-3. All right, here we go. 3-3. I'm good with that. Nice little 3-3 tie to start things off. I like it. What's up, Parker? Appreciate you tuning in, man. Dude, how about this game, huh? Right? I think this is going to be one of the best games of the year right here. Good start, 3-3. Some exciting plays early on from both teams. I'm here for it, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Who you got tonight, Parker? You rocking with the Cowboys or the Lions tonight? I'm curious. Sebastian saying, see, I told you the Vikes should trade Jettis for him. Nah. I mean, I don't know, dude. I've seen so many Justin Jefferson trade proposals on my timeline this past week now, after it turns out Max Brosmer was just as bad, if not worse than 9. And like, and I tweeted this out, like, I don't even want to entertain it, right? Because it still just seems so unlikely, and like the dead cap hit the Vikings would take from trading him would be truly hilarious. And like, there would be like, heads would roll if Jefferson ended up getting traded, right? I mean, that would just be such a disaster for the organization to draft a player like that, to get him to sign a long-term deal, and then a few years later, it's Randy Moss all over again. He wants out, That would be a disaster. But I will say, if this were to ever happen, I'm sorry, these trade proposals that I've seen thrown out by like fans of other teams, like Bills fans or whatever, it's like, nah, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm crazy. 2 first-rounders is not enough for Justin Jefferson. I saw like a very notable Bills account that was just like, our 2026 first, our 2027 first. Get the deal done. It's like, nah, bro, I'm sorry. We are not doing this trade where it's, I get your best player. You get pick 28 in next year's draft and pick 32 of the following. It's like, no, 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 no. If Jefferson were to ever be traded, genuinely, if I were the Vikings, if Jefferson was like, I want out, I want to trade, and they had to trade him, I'm asking for a player in picks. I need a proven commodity. I'm not just taking these late first round picks and like, see, you get 2 picks and I get your best player ever. Like, no, 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 no. That's not how this works, right? If Jefferson were to be traded, I'm saying give me a first, give me a couple of other like day 2 picks, and give me like your 3rd best player or something. Like, give me a really good player on a rookie contract. I'm not taking just 2 firsts and be like, see, we got a good deal. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Parker says, whoever wins this makes the playoffs. You got the Cowboys and Pick'ems. Dude, that was my take about this game. And I will say, we might have to fire up the playoff machine, because a lot of people have correctly pointed out that, like, maybe mathematically speaking, that is not quite the case, just because the NFC is so stacked. But I still like to believe that. I still like to believe, at the very least, like, the loser is out of the playoffs. That's almost a certainty. But I like to think whoever wins this, they've got a real shot, man. They've got a real shot. Okay, Chuck. Oh, man, dude. You must love Thursday Night Football, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. First down and 10. Just a little something for Monty there. Jack saying, okay, Jock, that trade proposal was almost as wild as when Football Analysis talked about the Bengals trading Burrow to Minnesota. I'm not going to lie, I actually haven't seen that one, but I'm sure that one's actually good, right? Like, if the Vikings gave up 2 firsts for Burrow, that's okay. That's perfectly legit. Or like 1 first for Herbert, that's okay. But when it's Jefferson, it's 2 firsts and your best player. Oh, man. Oh, more pressure? Okay. I see Goff at least, like, running around there. That could have been worse. They're calling it a live ball. I mean, I will say that they're calling it a fumble. We'll have to see this back. I'm not going to lie. That did not necessarily scream fumble, at least from this angle. Maybe that's the one downside of prime vision. The overhead angle is harder to see with stuff like this, but it seemed pretty clear. Yeah, that's a throw. I will say, while that did look a little silly and wonky, and like it's an incompletion, and this actually ties in beautifully with my video, which is coming out on Monday, by the way. Finally, right? New video dropping on Monday. I'm excited for it. But being in 3rd and 8 instead of 3rd and 14 or whatever is like throwing an incompletion instead of taking a sack is actually like a really positive play in that context. Whew, that was almost picked. St. Brown fell down. Bland almost got it there. Looked like St. Brown just slipped a little bit. Maybe some rust with the injury. Cowboys get a stop. I guess no more than 2 firsts for a wide receiver. Probably. Probably. Okay, well, instead of 2 firsts, 1 first and 1 player. Like, I think that's 1 first and like a really good player, right? Like if the Bills were going to trade for Justin Jefferson, give me 1 first and Spencer Brown. Or I don't know, like I'm trying to think of who else would trade for Jefferson, but you know what I mean, right? Would that be fair? What if the Seahawks traded for Justin Jefferson, right? It'd be like, okay, 1 first and Julian Love, something like that. Now we got a penalty down. Sebastian saying the refs are hard at work already. Hey, they got to put in work for America's team, right? There's always something in this matchup, isn't there? There's always something. All right. Well, you might have talked me down from a crazy place, Jack. I appreciate that. Parachamp saying Jefferson just needs to complete the cycle like Randy and Diggs before him. No. Not necessarily. If anything, he needs to not do that. I was trying to come up with something funnier than that. Yeah. First and a second and a player. Okay, that I actually feel decent about. A first, a second, and a player. I like that. Darnold for Jefferson. Dude, could you imagine Sam Darnold on this team? Would that be epic? Well, now Dallas is really backed up after that penalty. I mean, yeah. That's fair. That was a legit call. Here you go. Crowd in full throat. Cowboys backed up here. If you're Dallas, you just want to focus on getting this first down before doing anything else. Your drop back game might be a little bit limited inside the 5, but also you never know with this offense. That's not a bad, honestly, this might sound crazy. That's not a bad play on first down. Even if it's a silly little 2-yard rush, that's not a bad play to have on first down. Those 2 yards open up so much more in your passing game now here on second down. You have pretty much the full menu now as far as different dropbacks go here on 2nd and 8. You just have a little bit of more space to work with, right? See, look, they can get in gun now and feel fine about it. Dak's not standing in the end zone when they get in gun. He's got time. There's Pickens. Oh, he broke the tackle. All right. And to get nerdy with you, and again, nice little teaser for my next video, right? Per success rate, that is a successful play. Second down, you get half the yards to go to move the chains. That's a successful play. I guess they're called it 3rd and 5, but whatever. Like I think that was a nice play on 2nd down and 8. You set yourself up for 3rd and decent here. But you do got to get the 5's not nothing though. 3rd and 5 is not nothing. Got Ferguson isolated on the outside. Yep. Prescott. Oh! Jack Campbell got home. That's a safety. Oh my gosh. What a call by Kelvin Shepard there. 3rd and 5, you send the Hounds, and in all likelihood, you just got your team 2 points. I mean, that's yeah, I think that's a safety, right? The ball's in the end zone when he starts to get hit. There's no forward progress stopped or anything like that. You got Hutchinson coming off the edge too. Campbell leading the charge. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is an unbelievable call right there by Kelvin Shepard. All 3 phases, man. I mean, you shoot yourself in the foot on special teams, it can cost you. Whoo. Whoo. Yo, what's up, Garrett? You're a lawyer? Hey, congrats, man. I remember you talking about taking the bar back a few months ago. Let's go. Hey, cheers to that. Let's go, baby. We got a lawyer in chat. You know? We've got a couple lawyers that watch this channel. I'm glad to know that I attract the lawyer types, right? This is true intellectual content. But that's awesome, man. That's seriously so exciting, man. Congratulations. A lawyer in chat. Let's go, baby. Jack's talking about what positions might be worth 2 first. Edge rusher, quarterback, maybe an offensive tackle. Definitely not a safety, right? No, no team would ever do that. No, especially not for Prez, right? Good old Prez. But that was a saga. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. So apparently, I guess that's the rule, right? The entire ball has to be in the end zone. That's a good look at it right there. Oh, but I mean, like that is like the that is like the tiniest of margins. That is absolutely insane. Dude, and the rules analyst is disagreeing. Buckle up, folks. Oh man. Oh boy. I mean that angle just certainly wasn't. I mean, dude, like the nose of the ball is like touching the chalk. This is an impossible punt right here, man. I do not envy the punter one bit. You have no space to operate. That is actually an unbelievable punt given where he was. I mean, the Lions are still going to get the ball at like the 40, but that's it at least takes 2 points off the board if you're Dallas, but man, that was a rough sequence right there. That was a big, big sack on 3rd down. If you're the Lions, you got to be ticked right now, though. I mean, you could very well say we should have 2 more points on the board and be getting the ball back regardless. I mean, I'll be fair. Like in real life, dude, like if we're just calling it how we see it, like, dog, I'm sorry, that looks like a safety. Like in a perfect just world, that should have been a safety. I get like we have like the rules are the rules, and like if it's really the case that the ball was like not all the way in the end zone, like that is the rule. But like, come on, man, like that's kind of lame, honestly. But what can you do? What can you do? It's not going to decide the game either way, right? This is not like regardless of who wins, I don't need to be seeing everyone go back to this moment in the first quarter like this is why we lost. No, 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 but we'll see. Oh, I appreciate it, Garrett. Let's go, man. Thank you. Shout out Garrett for the $10 super chat. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Let's go. Could have been a Miami butt punt. We just barely avoided that. That was actually a good punt, though, by Brian Anger, who's still doing it. Bro is still doing it, man. I remember when he was with the Jags for a minute. Brian Anger. How old is he now? He's 37. But he was a punter like when I was in like middle school. He's been around the block. Jack's got to dip out for a bit. He'll leave the stream with his pitch for Ernest Jones to be first team All Pro. I don't hate it, honestly, especially with like Fred Warner being injured this year. Roquan is kind of washed these days. He's fine. He's fine. He's not bad, but like. I don't hate it, honestly. I could probably get down with that. Ernest Jones being first team All Pro. I think there's quite a few Seahawks defenders you could probably make a decent pitch for being first team All Pro. Big Cat Leonard Williams is probably the other big one, but I could get down with that. He is good, man. It is kind of baffling how the Rams just like chose to get rid of him. Still, like, bro, he was on the Titans for a minute. Remember that? Like he was on the Titans last season for a little bit, but Tom Kennedy, big boy return. How about Tom Kennedy? He's been a fun player this year. He's been a fun story. Here's the angle. Shout out Terry McCulley. Oh yeah. Okay, the angle came through. All right. We can shut down the conspiracies. The angle came through. Probably, but still, it's like, I mean, man, that could have easily, I don't know. But that angle is nice. But clean pocket there for Goff. Oh, what a tackle on Gibbs. Notice how they still needed reinforcements on that, though, right? Like, as soon as Gibbs caught it, he was wrapped up. But he was able to just stay upright, even though he was wrapped up. Like, they still needed another guy to come rally and bring him down. But that was one of the cleaner pockets Goff has seen so far in this game. Dallas has been getting after him a little bit. Don't fall for it. Doctored footage. Oh, yeah, Roger made the call. Oh, my gosh, there's Ferkser. Also, they're showing quarterback rankings, EPA, and all that. That made me realize I still hadn't fully looked at Pair Champ's top 5 yet. I like kind of referenced it. So we'll go back to this. This one's for you, Pair Champ. Top 5 quarterbacks this season, in his opinion: Matthew Stafford, Drake May, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, and Dak. Honestly, I think as far as just like strictly this season goes, I think that's a great list. I think those guys are having like the best seasons and just like looking the most impressive week in and week out, right? Like, oh my gosh, they did the epic thing, dude. They did the epic thing where they threw it to Dan Skipper. Dude, that's so epic. And there's a flag. Oh my gosh, yeah, they had him out wide. They threw a little screen to him. Dude, I'm sorry. It's kind of funny when they do this and they get a legal formation. Like, it's kind of funny. Oh my gosh. And he dropped it. Ultra Tough Scene is in here. I think I know who you might be. Did you by chance change your name from Eagle Eyes? But I appreciate you tuning in. I recognize the profile picture. Ultra Tough Scene. I love it. Appreciate you tuning in. Saying the Cowboys are going to be 7-5-1, Eagles in shambles. Hey, there's still time for Philly. I still I'm not honest. I'm honestly not all the way out on the Eagles, honestly. I'm really not. I know they have their issues. I know the offense is wonky. Here's my take. I think a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this feels like 2023 all over again." Honestly, though, I honestly think this might sound crazy. This team is more similar to the 2024 team than it is to the 2023 team. Also, there's St. Brown on a slant, stiff arm, down inside the 10. So much for being limited. Oh my gosh. Oh, baby. Dude, he was kind of moving on that play. Had him working out of the slot there. It's just a simple little slant route. Boom. That's a great play design. Perfect time to dial it up. And he doesn't have Jameson Williams speed, but he can move a little bit in the open field. Like, I'm throwing in the stiff arm there. Okay, we're cooking. St. Brown is back. Oh, now they got him hidden behind the tight end. Oh, trickery. Oh my gosh. Let's go. What a play. That was beautiful, dude. That was absolutely beautiful. You get a little trickery, the end around to Jameson Williams. Whole time St. Brown is lurking behind as a lead blocker. I was saying, at the beginning, right? Like maybe he'll be a little bit limited with his injury. Like he won't be as much of a factor as a blocker. Nope. Look at this. That's sick. Sewell and St. Brown out there lead blocking, and no one's touching JMO. Oh, he is out. Oh, he is out. But now it's Monty smashing time, right? That was a sick play though. They've still got their bag of tricks, man. Oh, they'll give it to Gibbs. Yup. Touchdown. What a drive for the Lions. Couple of big plays. Gibbs finishes it off. Okay. All right. First touchdown of the night. Let's go, baby. I guess they changed how chat works, right? Because, yeah, I suppose it shows handles now. Because I suppose, yeah, a few of people's names are different. But ultra tough scene. I like it, though. That's nice. I still might instinctively call you eagle-eyed at sometimes, though. Just especially with the eagle, the eagle's so sick. Sebastian saying Goff will forever be disrespected. No, I think he's playing well. Like I would probably throw him in like the back end of my top 10. Like I think he's had a good season this year, especially considering new coordinator, shuffling around the line, and like some of the receivers have been hurt a little bit. Like I think all things considered, Goff has played some great football this year. I just don't know that I would put him like up there with like Dak or May or Love, like I wouldn't say he's in like the MVP tier like those five guys. Like those five guys are probably like the guys with the best shot to win MVP this season. Hey, you still might be 20-0 every season starting next year, right? But Goff playing well right now. I mean, again, he's playing well right now. 7 for 10, 76 yards, and you know, he's been under pressure a lot, but he hasn't been sacked every single time. There's been a few times he's been able to move around and at least throw it away, and like that's a plus, right? Like it used to be with Jared Goff, like, oh, if you get pressure on him, it's over. He's gonna have a disaster game. He's gonna melt down. But no, he's hanging in there. Made some nice throws. He's I will say, for as much as I've worshipped him, like granted he's had the ball a little bit more, but like he's looked a little better than Dak so far. Dak needs to chill out this next drive a little bit. He's fired up and he's on a heater right now, and I get it. And part of this is just like this is how Dak is always gonna play. He is an aggressive passer, but I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of playing with fire right now. This has the feel of like maybe this is one of those Dak two interception games in prime time that kind of sets back the Dak discourse and just like, see, I knew he sucked, like Stephen A. Smith is going to be like, he always sucked. But maybe he'll lock in now. Running game hasn't been great for Dallas so far. This Lions team is pretty tough to run on, so I guess that's legit. That makes sense. It was always going to come down to this passing game. So we'll see if they can come up with something. And, they were pretty backed up on their last drive, too. Sebastian, you were saying earlier Jack Campbell's been your best player on defense this year. I would probably have to agree, honestly. He's another guy, to go back to the Ernest Jones conversation, he's another guy you could throw in for first-team All-Pro linebacker, honestly. Like, he's in the conversation, man. He has really turned the corner really since last season. He is playing excellent football, and it was a pick that was kind of like, it's like, at the time, but as has been the case with a lot of these Brad Holmes picks, it is indeed worked out, Your legal name doesn't include the 1583. I didn't know that. I would have assumed it did. The last four of your social security number. Roro Raggy. My social security number. Sorry. Okay, here we go. We got a little chart with playoff leverage. I mean, look at this. Oh, Dallas is still so far back, though. Even if they win, Next Gen Stats only gives them like a 30% chance. I guess that's legit. Dude, yeah, it's just the NFC is so stacked. That's really what it is. All right, they'll start on the ground again, though. They're sticking with the run. I respect it. Good carry on first down. Now they're showing, yep, now they're showing 39% for the Cowboys with a win. Man, I mean, honestly, you know what it might come down to? And this would be such a bummer. Remember that tie against the Packers? Remember how that ended and why it was even a tie in the first place? With the Packers doing a Matt Eberflus-esque, just stupid decision to try and run another play. Man, if that Jordan Love pass that got batted up by Jack Sanborn, if that just hung in the air for a second longer, Dallas is 7-4 right now instead of 6-5-1. That straight up, the ball hanging in the air for an extra second in that Packers game could potentially be what keeps Dallas out of the playoffs. And that's just so tough. That's just so tough. But we'll see. A lot of season left still. Still got about a month left of regular season ball. Play action. Nice. Flournoy, first down. He's been a nice addition this year, right? He's come along as a nice little role player. And that's been something that this offense has missed a little bit, right? I mean, you talk about like the lack of depth behind CD at receiver. Obviously, bringing in Pickens was nice because like they needed another dude. But it's nice to have a guy like Flournoy too, just like another role player. Like, no disrespect, Kevontae Turpin is an awesome receiver, and he's a fun gadget player. But I'm sorry, he had way too many, like, real wide receiver snaps last season, right? Like, too many times where he's, like, running a dig, and it's like, no, we don't need to be doing that, man. He should be out there for screens and kick returns. But now, they have another guy that can actually do that, you know. The Scooby-Doo voice is the devil on my shoulder. Roll the devil on my roller. Oh, Raggy, listen to the angel instead of the revel. Oh, end of the first quarter. Good game. 10-3. Sebastian saying, even if they don't make it, I still think it'd be an overall good season for the Cowboys because of how they rallied. It's a great sign going forward. Absolutely, right? I mean, you do have to remember, it doesn't always get presented this way because it's the Cowboys and expectations are high every year, right? And, I mean, at least, like, I won't say they completely win now, but, you know, like, they've got a vet QB that's making a lot. They've got CD who's on a big contract. Like, it's not like a completely young and up-and-coming team, but this is a team with the first-year head coach that's kind of like transitioning a little bit, moving on from the McCarthy days. And so, you know, yeah, if you had told a Cowboys fan after the Micah Parsons trade, like, oh yeah, by the way, in December it'll still look like you have at least like a shot to make the playoffs, I'm sure you'd be ecstatic, right? Like, oh yeah, by the way, you guys get Quinn and Williams and it rocks, you know? I think if you're Detroit, I mean, I think if Detroit wins this game, they move to what, 8-5, right? They get to play 9 again too. Dude, I'll be going to that game, which is kind of crazy. I'm going to be at that Vikings Lions game on Christmas Day. What a way to spend Christmas Day, right? Watching 9 complete 38% of his passes. Who knows? Maybe he'll lock in against the Lions like he did the first time. Granted, he was good for like 3 drives in that game, but we won, you know. But it'll be fun. It's the whiteout game, right? It's nice just popping out to US Bank every year. So I'm still looking forward to that, right? I get to watch the Vikings game with my family, right? My mom and my dad. So it'll be fun. Get to see some family in the Twin Cities, but I say all that to say, like, the Lions have some winnable games out ahead of them too. They do have the Rams next week, which is tough, right? Like, they do have the Rams. I mean, they probably have to go 1-1 in that stretch, right? I mean, if they lose, maybe they beat the Rams, but even then, it's still such a tough uphill battle after that. 9 at least has a nice tune-up game this week. Dude, I'm going to be real mad. If he doesn't play decent this week, it's beyond over. Like, I mean, I've made my thoughts very clear on this Commanders defense, right? Like, I'm sorry. Respectfully, I do not care who is quarterback. Like, we could have Clayton Tune under center. There's no reason why Justin Jefferson shouldn't go for 100 yards this week. If anything else, like, I've already accepted we're not making the playoffs and we're not a good team this year or whatever. And, like, that's got its own implications. At the very least, can I watch Justin Jefferson get 100-yard games? You know, like, we ain't even getting Jefferson stat pads anymore. At the very least, can we at least get a Jefferson stat pad game this week? Dude, I'm seeing tweets where it's like, he needs 200 more yards to get to 1,000 on the season. It's like, that's 40 a game. That's about what he's been at for the past month. Like, all right, come on now. We need to get him his stats so he doesn't ask for a trade. Like, oh, man. All right, here we go. Third down, 3rd and 6. Here we go. Lions living on the edge here. One high safety and they're pressing. You got to look Georgie's way. Oh, what a turn by CD. First down. I mean, I guess you could also just throw it to CD and he does something cool after the catch, but okay. That's what we've seen. I mean, this is just how this Lions defense operates, and I respect them not going away from that, right? You got to do what you're comfortable doing, but it's a tough way to live, man. Every third down, you're manning up, you're pressing, you're getting all aggressive. Because if Dak does get a clean pocket, he's going to hit those. See, and they're like, I'm not trying to be mean when I'm talking about Turpin. That's nice. That's why you put Turpin out on offense, to do that instead of running a 12-yard dig. What's up, Michael? Appreciate you tuning in. Saying I faced Jefferson in fantasy this week. Well, we're gonna have to figure something out where you can win in fantasy, but Jefferson still gets his stats, right? I mean, he just needs to get his game off, man. Like, oh, it's been so long since he's had a sick game. I miss it, man. I just watched that 97-yard touchdown against the 49ers just to feel something every once in a while. Oh, that's a nice run by Javonte there. That's not much, but that was a good cutback. Another third down. Here we go again. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you have him, you have to start him, right? He's been on your bench. No. And you've been right for that. Like, like it's probably been working out for you. I'm seeing these things like, this is the lowest over-under line for Jefferson in his career for receiving yards in a game. And it's like, dog, look what we've done, man. Here we go. 3rd and 3. Can the elite Rock Ya-Sin make another play? A toss. Oh, he got it on the second effort. I honestly thought Detroit played that pretty well there. They had 2 Lions defenders for that one Cowboy blocker. But Javonte able to just keep his legs churning there. Oh, that was a nice little changeup right there. Good job on Ferguson digging out Hutchinson in the run game right there. But they rallied, right? Hutchinson took up his man. The linebackers flowed to the spot, but Javonte was able to just get it through. Roll out. Oh, that was a dangerous throw, but it was caught. Brevin Spann-Ford. Whew. You got Olave and Nico. I mean, that's fair. I mean, it's not like you've got bums that you're starting them over. That's fair. Yeah. Low-key, if I was Javonte, I'd have just given up there. 2nd and 3. Cowboys smelling the end zone. I love when they go no huddle, man. Dude, I'm about to say something crazy about Dak, but I honestly, I kind of believe it. And you might need to, hear me out with this a little bit, right? We'll save it for we'll see how this drive goes. How about, and then I'll say it. But I love when they go no huddle. They're huddling here, but when they do, it reminds me of someone, and it just ties into I think there's a few stylistic similarities between Dak and another player. Got the QB sneak for the first down there. I love it. If there's like anyone watching that like doesn't know me or like I promise I'm not like the Cowboys are not my favorite team. I do like them though. I have always had a soft spot for the Cowboys. I think the NFL is more fun when they're good, and I like a lot of their players. But I know so we'll see. It was a Freudian slip because I was like, we'll see how this drive goes. We'll see if they get a touchdown or not. And then I just said touchdown. Oh man, nothing. Throw it away. That was great coverage. There's Brian Branch making a play. Oh. Oh boy. Okay, I think he's getting up. Brian Branch has been another player like he's obviously good. Like I'm not even saying this to be like, maybe we need to rethink how good Brian Branch is. It's just been a weird season for him. I feel like he's just been getting beat a little bit more than normal. I still think the world of him, right? Like I had him as my number one safety in the NFL going into this season. And like, okay, now I might be like, okay, maybe he's 2 or 3. But it was nice seeing it. That was a great play by him there. That screen got blown up. Yeah, Al Michaels, you're right. It is probably good that he dropped it because that would have been a big loss. And there's Alex Anzalone. Hard to miss him with that head of hair, right? Kind of looks like a lion. Got the mane of a lion. Oh, I've read the script all right. I made the script. Here we go. 3rd down. Yeah, I mean, you got to be thinking 4-down territory here. If you pick up like 7 yards on 3rd down, I think you got to go on 4th. I'm watching Hutch on this play. This is his moment to shine. Spin move. Oh, baby. Al-Qadin Muhammad coming off the other edge, too. Detroit's pass rush gets home. Oh, baby. And I think that was just a good, honest 4-man rush right there. Yeah, no Tyler Guyton, right, going up against the backup left tackle. Al-Qadin Muhammad cooked his man. And I got to say, Hutch won on the other side, too. If Muhammad did get him, Hutch was about to. That was a nice spin move he put on Terrence Steele right there. Now, if you're Dallas, like, man, we've been moving the ball, but we're settling for 3 again. Oh, he barely made that. Whew. Oh, man. No. You got me. The wall of Tyler's is failing. Yeah, man. There's a few cracks in that wall, unfortunately. But let's see the Shaggy. Oh, here we go. Zoink, Scoob. I can't believe the no-look passes have tricked you into thinking Stafford is better than the guy he got kicked out of Detroit for. Reggie, the Rams won the Rupert Bowl with Radford. The first year they traded for him, they won the Rupert Bowl. I'm so sorry y'all had to hear that. Dude, low-key, the neighbors might have even heard me laugh at that one, bro. I got myself cackling right now. That's crazy. I'm glad you pointed that out, Sebastian, though. If you wouldn't have said something, then I wouldn't have gone back and read that, and then we wouldn't have heard Rupert Bowl. Oh, my gosh. Who needs the Puppy Bowl when you've got the Rupert Bowl? Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise, as I like to say. Oh, jeez. Eagle Eye saying they had Campbell covering the outside and it's an insta sack. I didn't even see that. But he's been so good in coverage, you know? Like he's a linebacker coming out of Iowa and like he kind of had the profile of just like a downhill like Denzel Perryman like brickhead type of thud linebacker, but he can move sideline to sideline. He can blitz. Like he really has become a do-it-all player for him. He is one of the anchors of this defense, and he's an awesome player, man. I don't know, Scoob. They would have never won if Jaquaski Tart's hands didn't turn into delicious sandwiches in the championship game. Reggie, it's more than just a Rupert Bowl and a no-look passes. What about when it goes a rotor route to Ruka Nakua? Jalen Polk is definitely Rutro Raggy. Oh, what a hit. Yeah, what's up, Kenny the Man, aka Gothberg? Appreciate you tuning in. Epic fantasy football matchup this week. Oh yeah, man. Hey, you know it. You know it, man. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you tuning in though. Let's go. I saw Parker was in here a little bit earlier. He might still be lurking in here, but dude, Kenny the Man, it gets me fired up every time I see it. Super Bowl champion Kenny, by the way. All right, let's see what we got here. Man, if you're Detroit, did they start with the ball? Who started with the ball in this game? I don't even remember that now. It was the Lions, right? Yeah, okay. I mean, there's still 9 minutes left here in the second quarter. You would have to do like an Ohio State type of drive to take the rest of the half up. I don't know how many of y'all watched the game last week. Ohio State versus Michigan. Dude, what was like a 12-play, 9-minute drive or something? Or it was even more than that. It was like a 12-minute drive, right? They just go down and kick the field goal. That was crazy. I didn't watch a ton of that game, but I was tuning into it a little bit. Oh, dude, J-Mo's open there. That's tough. Oh, now we got a pre-snap penalty. False start. Oh, that's a big one. False start on a 2nd and 10. That backs you up a little bit further. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I don't know who Frazier is. Oh, Miles Frazier. I've heard that. I know he's one of their rookies. Miles Frazier. And that's just, there's that inexperience showing up again up front. 20-play, 81-yard, 12-minute. Yeah, dude, that was a march. Oh, that's how you get it back, man. There's Gibbs in the receiving game again. Sebastian said he feels like he goes too hard on Stafford sometimes. He seems like a great dude. Nah, he seems cool, right? But I get it, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, it's your former quarterback. I won't say there's, like, full-on beef there, but there's, like, it wasn't necessarily a clean breakup, right? There was, like, a little bit of chippiness and messiness to it. So I respect it, you know. I was the same way with Stephon Diggs for a little bit. I get it. You got to respect it. And, you know, you've got like, Goff is your guy, right? Like, that's got to be a free play, is it not? No penalty? Wait, hold on. I mean, Goff was certainly operating as if it was a free play, right? He just took a shot downfield. Wasn't the worst throw in the world either, but no flag is crazy. No flag is crazy. And I mean, okay, you're at your own 37. If you're Detroit, I still think, like, this is Dan Campbell we're talking about. Like, it wouldn't have shocked me if they would have gone for it here. It looks like they've got, like, a safe team out there in case there's, like, a fake or something. That's crazy. Dude, no, we need Ron Torbert. Ron Torbert, here's the thing. Ron Torbert and his crew might have added like an extra hour to this game. Ron ain't missing that though. Ron's got the glasses on, right? Ron would have been ready for that one. Ron would have seen it. You know, he would have had to have a little like press conference, a little convention to decide if it was a flag or not, but they would have thrown it. Oh my gosh, dude, he was doing one of the Thanksgiving. I'm trying to remember what game it was. He was doing one of the Thanksgiving games, though, right? I swear. I had the game on, and, like, I resisted, like, giving my parents the whole Ron Torbert lore. It's just, like, interrupting a perfectly fine conversation to talk 5 minutes about how it's so funny that Ron Torbert and his crew take forever. But was it the Black Friday game? It might have been. Um, but yeah, I swear he was doing one of the holiday games this past week. But yeah, shout out Ron Torbert. Refs got money on the Cowboys, dude. I'm not gonna lie, they're not beating the allegations right now. I mean, Detroit does seem to have like a funny history of like getting screwed by the refs, but it is particularly true in this matchup. And look, we could get into all the technicalities of like what's real and what's not, right? Like we could argue until we're blue in the face over whether or not like Dan Skipper actually reported as eligible and stuff like that. You know, there's a million different think pieces about that. But regardless, the amount of times these games have been like kind of not fully decided, but like kind of decided by referee calls. I mean, remember back, you could go back to 2014 wild card round, back when my goat Stafford was the quarterback of the Lions, right? And there was the pass interference penalty that was then picked up, which you normally don't see happen. And they did it in a fourth quarter of a playoff game, you know, and Stafford was mic'd up and he was like, home cooking. And he's like, yeah, I mean, that was kind of tough, you know? There is a very fascinating history of stuff like this happening in this very specific matchup. And so I can understand if you're a Lions fan right now why you might be really upset. I mean, the boos are noticeable and very loud right now at Ford Field. And I mean, depending on how this game goes, man, I mean, these refs might need to go into witness protection program. Dog, there might be people pulled up at their houses. Jack is back. Let's go. He hath returned. I don't know if you've been watching the game or not while you're away, but some interesting refereeing. We need Ron Torbert, man. Play action. Look out. Oh, got him. CD. Big shot. Play action crosser. Easy as you like, baby. Come on now. Big hitter. 38 yards. Working on DJ Reed. Whoop. Look at that release, man. Come on now. You know? And here's the thing. Like, Pickens is definitely having the better season than CD so far, right? I think there's no denying that. CD's been injured a little bit. He had those weird drop issues. I still think pound for pound, though, CD Lamb is the best receiver on Dallas. And like, oh, look out. Oh, Dak with the elusiveness. He's just going to throw it away. But I think it's very telling. Like, we've seen a little bit of Pickens, but in a gotta-have-it game like this, right? In the biggest of spots, I think it's telling that they're going to CD a little bit more than Pickens right now, and that CD's coming up just a little bit more than Pickens right now. No, that is honestly crazy. I haven't even talked about that yet. Kevin Patullo getting his house egged. I mean, like I joke, right, about like, oh, these refs are gonna get their houses pulled up on, but like that's a crazy violation, you know? Maybe this is a hot take, honestly. Honest to goodness, genuinely, I don't think Patullo is like that bad. I really don't. I don't think he's as bad as a lot of people make him out to be. I think there are many issues at play with this Eagles offense right now, and the offensive coordinator is like maybe in third place. Like, there are bigger problems on this Eagles offense right now. Also, that was a big. I mean, what they're looking at? What, third and something now? Backwards pass, man. That is kind of tough. You do all that to avoid getting sacked, just to throw it backwards and lose a bunch of yards, anyways. Yeah, you're looking at a third and 21 now. We'll have a deeper Patullo conversation maybe during a commercial or something, but I don't know, man. I think there's a lot at play right now with the Eagles offense. Also, look out. Nothing downfield. Just check it down. Yeah. Well, oh, the ball's out. 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 And the ball don't lie. Oh my goodness. The ball don't lie. Oh, it's Jack Campbell who punched it out. Oh my goodness. Forget forcing a punt. I was just about to say, man, good series by the Lions defense after all that to still force a punt. Dude, they get a takeaway. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Dak is mad. Yeah. Oh my Lord. Yeah, we got to hit the balls out. Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. Lions getting a big possession before halftime here. Man, if they score a touchdown, make it a 2-score game, we'll see about the flag. But Eagles' run game has been linear, and that's all in the play calling. I'll give you that. I think in the run game, Patullo has been like noticeably worse than Kellen Moore. But also, their line has not played good this season, and a lot of it has just been like injuries, right? Like Lane Johnson's been hurt a little bit. Landon Dickerson is playing, but like he's clearly not himself. Like he looks bad right now, but it's not because he is bad. It's just because like he's so injured, but like he has to play, And it's like, dog, like they've got Fred Johnson out there right now. Like that's a big step down from Lane Johnson. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got holding, and now we got a false start. Lions are kind of shooting themselves in the foot with all these procedural penalties, man. That's what, 4 of them now? Tate Ratledge. There's another one of the young guys, right? You had Miles Frazier on the last drive. Now Tate Ratledge getting one. Man, the ball's out when you see Mike McDonald. Yeah, maybe not at the Benz on Sunday. Oh man. Garrett did not like to see that at all. That's tough. That's an ultra tough scene. As a Philly resident, we kind of were bonkers here about Patula stuff. Oh, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, yeah. It's like it's charming like when they boo, but like I will say Philly can get a little bonkers. Also, my lord. See there it that goes back into what we were talking about really on the first drive of the Lions, right? And that has kind of been the story of this offense this season. The Lions offense is maybe not quite as good as it was last year just because they don't have the same level of down to down consistency. They're not quite as likely to just constantly pop you with these 5-yard runs by David Montgomery, right? Think about like when you picture the Lions offense, I think in years past, you would think of that drive they had in overtime against the Rams, season opener last year, 2024, right? Lions win the coin toss. This was before they changed the rules. And they just, I swear, dude, it was 8 straight run plays. I don't know if that was the exact number, but like it was just run after run after run. Montgomery just mashing them, right? This Rams defense was so tired, just constant 5-6 yard, and then mixing Gibbs for like 17 yards, right? They don't do that as much anymore, but they're still so explosive with Williams and with Gibbs, and even with like Montgomery and St. Brown getting explosive plays too, right? Like that's how they're still able to be a really good offense, even if it's not like also. I mean, speak of the devil, dude, that big play, right? And Montgomery can get those too. Obviously, he is Knuckles and Jameer is Sonic, and it's fitting. But sometimes Knuckles could go for a big play too. There you go, man. There you go. Big, long touchdown for David Montgomery, breaking tackles. That is big time for the Lions. About to go up 11. Hoo, 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 hoo. Look at the blocking. You got Sewell in there. Beautiful hole. And then, I mean, yeah, an arm tackle like that ain't bringing him down. Hoo, 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 hoo. Monty is so good, dude. He'll never get a big workload ever again, and rightfully so. Like, Monty probably wouldn't be like quite as good, like statistically speaking, from like an efficiency standpoint if he got like 300 carries for the Browns or something like that, right? But he gets I mean, it's gotten to the point where like Gibbs has become such a superstar. He does kind of overshadow Montgomery a little bit, and his workload has dipped even a little bit more this season. But he is still just such a good runner, on top of being an awesome pass protector and like a steady receiver, right? I mean, if you just take a look right here. Sorry, I'm trying to like look at my screen. You know, he'll probably never get 200 carries again, but he's a much better player than like these stats would indicate, right? He's so valuable to this team. And I remember even being like a little bit, at the time when the Lions signed him, I was like, dude, I wanted them to draft Bijan so badly, but they just got Gibbs and Monty instead, and that's probably been better for them. As sick as Bijan would be on this team, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you get a random sick Isaac Tesla catch too, right? There's a little bit of explosiveness too, you know. Your opponent benched Monty. Oh, that's tough. Knuckles, the dude. I'm not gonna lie. I might say this wrong. I've only read this word before. I've never actually like heard it pronounced out loud. Is it Echidna? Knuckles the Echidna scored the touchdown, dude. That's Knuckles, baby. Ah! I don't know what that was, but oh man. Sebastian's gonna get arrested for targeted spitting. What are you, Jalen Carter? What are you, Jamar Chase? What are you, Hawk Tua? Sorry, that was crazy. All right, that one I let the demons win on that one. Echidna. Okay, that makes more sense. Knuckles the Echidna. I really said Echidna. It's like Knuckles the Echidna? Dude, as a kid, all the time, I would pronounce words wrong, and my family clowned on me so much for that. Like, I remember the first time I saw Confucius, I said Confiscus. My dad had some fun with that one. Sebastian saying, Lawrence Frake, we are not scapegoating Chris Paul. Dude, that whole thing sucks. Man, poor CP3. Ow. Well, if you are Dallas, if there's any silver lining, you do get the ball to start the second half here. So it's not like if the Lions started with the ball in the second half, you'd be feeling a little rough right now. But you at least have that going for you. And the Cowboys offense has moved the ball fairly well. I'm not going to lie, that looked like an illegal block. Yeah. Okay. I was like I could see the number of it, but it's like that looked like an illegal blindside block right there on that return. This is coming back, but if you're the Cowboys, you have moved the ball fairly well. They've been making some silly mistakes and just shooting themselves in the foot in big spots. You could easily say like they could have 14 or at the very least 10 points right now, but just a few too many mistakes right now. Just a little sloppy. You think the Knicks are going to get Giannis? I mean, I know there's some trade talks with him right now. I saw he's been ruled out for a few weeks, which is awfully convenient, but I don't know. Maybe the Timber Puppies will get him instead, right? Ant and Giannis? Sign me up. All right, they're going to start their old 20, just like the old days. Oh, yeah. Starting on 20 after a touchback. Honorable kickoff spot right there. Although I do like how returns are a part of the game again. Michael hates the Heat. I'm genuine curiosity. What is your beef with the Heat? I'm trying to. Who's your basketball team, Michael? Because I know you've got the Penguins and the Steelers and the Pirates. Pittsburgh notably doesn't have a basketball team. Do you like the Knicks too? Oh, there's CD again. Look at that turn after the catch, man. Oh, baby. That's the second time we've seen him hit that same exact move. Working on Reed again. Dude, Reed's a good player, but this is a matchup you can kind of go after a little bit. CD on DJ Reed. You're a Hawks fan. Oh, let's go. Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioning that. I know you've had the Bob Rathburn link up before, right? You've pulled up to State Farm a few times. Nice. Javante for a little bit. Report said that Giannis basically told the GM he wants to be a Knick, but the legitimacy of the report is TBD. But it was said, so it's gonna happen. Well, I'm saying he's a Timberwolf, so we need to see Giannis in the Black Trees alternates. Oh, that's right. You are a Sebastian fan, or Sebastian fan. You are a Celtics fan, Sebastian. I'm a Sebastian fan. There you go. Play action rollout again. Dak taking a shot for Georgie. Oh, they're going to get the flag. Oh, they're going to get the flag on Reed again. Dude, Pickens almost had a sick one-handed catch, man. That would have been crazy. MX Hall of Fame is in here. Appreciate you, man. Saying, love your vids. The entanglement analysis is fascinating. Well, I appreciate that, man. Seriously. I always love, like, when people just pop in these streams and say stuff like that. Genuinely makes my day. So I love hearing that. And good news for you, man. If you like my videos, there's more where that's coming from. Next one drops on Monday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Let's go. Let's go. You got a thing on YouTube that said it's almost time for bed. Hey, you know what? Healthy amount of sleep, that's an honorable thing to pursue. Now, selfishly, ignore that for now, right? Stay in here, but like, I respect it. I respect it. What's up, Ryan Nasty? Dr. Grid is in the house. Let's go, man. If we have time, we're gonna run the playoff machine at halftime. If we have time, we'll do a little grid too. Let's go, baby. DJ Reed, number one fun haver right now. For as bad as the Clippers have been, they were 23 points better than the Hawks last night. Yeah. Yeah. The association, man. Sometimes it be like that. Caveman grunts. Oh, man. Let's go. Ain't going to bed anytime soon. Oh, man. To be in college again. Oh, good times. I say that as if I'm not still in like my mid-20s, but sometimes I'm like, oh, those kids, man, they're so young to be that free again. Oh, hola, Brent. What's good, man? What's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Dude, we're having a great time right now. Great game on. I don't know if you're tuned in right now or not, but Brent, I got to ask you, as our channel soccer correspondent, what is the big story in footy right now? I feel like you've always got something good for us. What's the big story in soccer right now? If you had to tell me one cool thing happening in the sport right now, what's going on? James Harden might single-handedly keep a 20-year Thunder dynasty from happening. We'll see, man. Even if they don't get like a super high pick, like they're looking pretty loaded. But I mean, yeah, dude, they could pick like top 3. It's crazy. Sam Presti is a demon. Entered my unk stage at 25. I feel like I'm getting there. You know what's funny? I'm actually considered an unk at my work. I am one of the older people at my work, which I think is crazy because one, I'm 25, and two, at my job before that, when I worked at the newspaper, we had one part-time worker who was younger than me. He was in college, but like he was like part-time, right? I was by far the youngest full-time employee there. And so I've seen both ends of the spectrum now, and I got to say I kind of enjoy being the unk, right? Like I feel like most of the people I work with are still in college, like early 20s. There's like one 19-year-old. But it's like, dang, bro, I was like people think I'm old when I was born in 2000. It's like, that's crazy, man. uh, but I'm in my, I'm progressing towards Unk. I think it depends on what situation I'm in, right? Because I mean, no big deal. I'm wearing a matching set right now, right? I've got the Nike matching set on. Like, I still got to preserve my youthfulness and my coolness, which I have coolness in spades, obviously, right? But sometimes I embrace the unkness too. But appreciate you tuning in, Brent. Let's go. Oh yeah, I love the Ola. That's awesome. With the upside down exclamation mark. First down. Dude, okay. I gotta owe an apology to Cavante Turpin. 3rd and 4, they had him run a real wide receiver route, and he made a big catch there. I owe you an apology, Cavante Turpin. Why is Richard Sherman kind of? I respect it. Get another youngin' to bully me? Let's go, dude. Dude, I got called old for having Monsters Inc. on VHS. It's like, okay. In the FIFA World Cup draw, here we go. Soccer story from Brent. Canada Group A, Mexico Group B, USA Group D. Oh, the draw's tomorrow. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm actually going to like tap into that a little bit. See, I had no idea the draw was tomorrow. All right, well, there you go. I appreciate that, Brent. Let's go. Oh, and Real Madrid is doing well, besides the fact they want their coach Xabi Alonso sacked. Oh, Pickens on the slant. Hold it out and drop it. We'll see about the penalty. Oh, not going to count. Is that illegal hands to the face that they're going to get him for? Wait, nah, Jack, you got to be trolling, right? Face mask. Oh, that's even worse, right? That's a 15-yarder. Nah, Jack. Nice try. You aren't that ahead. I'm watching on Prime today. I don't have the crazy YouTube TV delay. If there actually, dude, if there is a George Pickens touchdown, I'm actually going to lose my mind. I will say, this is how Eagle Eyes is trying to get in on it. I will say, I actually have a funny story to tell about something like similar to this. Maybe when I get a little bit. This is actually, I have not thought about this story in years, but it's a crazy story. Yeah, I got caught by lamb. So, so back my pre-unk days when I was still in college, past few, like when I was an upperclassman, me and my friend group, we went down to Jacksonville for the Georgia-Florida game. Went there both years, or well, we went there 2 years in a row. Not both. I was in college for more than 2 years. You get what I'm saying? But we were driving back on that Sunday, and it was an NFL Sunday. This was in 2022. Falcons were playing the Panthers, and I I was with a lot of Falcons fans at the time, right? And one of them was driving, like he wasn't checking his phone or anything, and we were in kind of a dead zone where there's no service, and the Falcons Panthers game was close. And so I wanted to like mess with them and pull a little prank. Like the last he knew, it was like a 1-score game with like a few seconds left. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just got service. Like, oh my gosh, DJ Moore just scored a 60-yard touchdown to like tie the game. And I'm like freaking out and stuff. Like just like trying to like trick him or whatever, right? I didn't actually have service. I had no idea. And then like literally like 2 minutes later, or like after I said that, not even 2 minutes later, one of my friends was like, yo, I just got the notification, right? And I'm thinking like, let's go. He's playing along. He's selling it, right? Like he's picking up what I'm doing. Like, let's go. He gets it. DJ Moore actually scored a 60-yard touchdown on the last play. If y'all remember that PJ Walker, like Hail Mary or whatever, like it actually happens. I was like, he actually got the notification. I was like, oh, I thought he was just coming through for me and selling the joke, but no, it actually happened. Anyways, we're about to see a long kick here, but just seeing the Pickens TD thing reminded me of that. Like I could have seen a world where like y'all said that and like y'all had no idea like what was about to happen, and then Pickens actually scores a touchdown. Let's see about this long kick. Caden's back in here. It's going great on this side of the internet, honestly. We're having a good time watching a good game right now. And he got it. He's so good. But I will say, Caden, you missed some crazy Scooby-Doo impressions. That's what I'll say. Oh yeah, Jack, you missed that too. You were gone. We got another Jalen Polka's Rutro Raggy reference amongst other things. We talked about Matthew Stafford winning the Rupert Bowl. No, Ryan Nasty, I swear, I've got people that would verify this story, right? Y'all have seen Oscar in chat before. Next time Oscar's in chat, man, I will ask him about this. He will verify this story for me. This absolutely happened. uh, he tried to get me again. Someone stole Dak Prescott's pants. That's crazy. You remember when Derrick Henry's pants got pulled down? Was that last year? Hold on, there's a meme I might have to look up. I don't know if this is gonna get my channel demonetized or not, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If y'all have seen the meme before, where it's like, "It ain't that deep. Just let bro score." It's like a high school football game. His dude get his pants pulled down. It ain't that deep. Just let him score. Oh my. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was looking caked. Y'all remember when Travis Benjamin got his pants pulled down in the Week 4 game, Vikings versus Browns in 2013? Because I do. I think it was Week 4. It was like late September. Yeah, that no, he did. The Falcons ended up winning that game, which was crazy. Oh, dude, they've been feeding Gibbs in the passing game. Is he their leading receiver? Yeah, 4 for 45. He's about to get more. 5 for 63 now. He's always been a good receiver. This has been a career year for him through the air. Goff is kind of cooking right now. He's getting that ball out quickly. Scooby impression in the style of T. Henny. Yeah, I get rockets. Oh, brother. Oh, I remember LSU Burrow. 2025 JSN. Oh, yeah. It is an interesting second quarter score. It wasn't quite the baseball score that Pearchamp was pointing out in the first quarter, but 17-9 is not the weirdest thing in the world, but you'd always imagine 17-10, wouldn't you? But 5-3 was crazy. 5-3 was crazy. And then it won. Well, I guess they took the safety away. It never was actually 5-3. We just observed it being 5-3 briefly. Dude, Morocco's kind of good. They've always got some good dribblers. Norway would be tough. That'd be a tough draw. Michael can testify. 2025 Fernando Mendoza. Dude, big game for him coming up against The Ohio State. Every time normal kids have to play future NFL players, it turns into an Old Testament story. That's a great way to put it. An Old Testament story. Oh, the scoring that's happened. I gotcha. Dude, I guess that's fair. They're saying on the broadcast maybe Dallas's best chance is to just catch Philly. I guess I never got to talk about Patullo fully. I still think they'll be okay. I might be crazy, but they're going to get a penalty. Yeah. St. Brown hitting him with it. That's big. That'll get him 3 points probably. You have one timeout, but, I mean, with 10 seconds, you don't want to push your luck too much. But that'll for sure put him in field goal range. Oh, and it's Savone Ravel. Oh, I was pushing some crazy agendas for him coming out of the draft. He just got beat there. Slot fade to St. Brown. He had to grab him. Yeah. No Hakimi for Morocco. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't he like dealing with some legal stuff right now? Booby Dixon is a heck of a pull right there, man. Let's go. Oh, he's looking for Tesla. I like it. Take one last shot before you kick it. Honestly, if there's one guy on this team to just chuck it up to, Tesla's the guy, right? I respect it. But field goal here still gets it back to a 2-score game. There was a big, big drive for the Lions here. Oh, dude, it was on Ravel, too. He fell down. They had a shot there, honestly. Yeah, Ravel kind of got cooked on that drive a little bit. Very makeable here for Bates. And as a reminder, at halftime, we're going to fire up the ESPN playoff machine. And if we have time, we'll try and do a little grid here, too. And in fact, to prepare, I am going to try and get it ready now. Because I would like to have my cake and eat it, too. But, okay, we got it pulled up. Let's go, baby. We'll switch over to that here at halftime. But Jalen Polk. Tesla might be raggy. I will say his sick catches have kind of like saved him from some uncomfortable conversations right now. And some of it is just not playing a lot, but also it is kind of fair to say like, holy smokes, man, they gave up a lot for him. Like maybe if you give up 2 third-rounders for a guy, like he should be playing a little bit more, you know? That might be a rare Brad Holmes L, honestly, that pick. Yeah. Oh, he is. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. I remember reading stuff about that. I was like, yeah. All right. Halftime, here we go. Here we go. I've been waiting to do this for a minute on stream, honestly. We've got it pulled up right here. The ESPN playoff machine. This thing has been around for a hot minute now. This is a December favorite of mine. I remember, speaking of my old job last year, on the DL. Of course, I didn't actually do this right. I only had work stuff on my computer at all times. I never had football stuff up on my work computer, but it's just a nice little thing to wait. Are y'all seeing this? Am I There's something wrong. Hold on. Yes. The 5 seed Titans are going to play the Cowboys in the playoffs. The Raiders? Okay. We're going to hit refresh. Maybe we won't do this because I don't know what on earth this is. Is this... I'm curious. If someone else would have pulled this up right now... Oh, yeah, the Falcons at 4-8. They're the 1 seed. Well, let's just pick these games and see if it, like, fixes itself. We'll say Lions because they're up right now. This is crazy. I was just about to wax poetic about the playoff machine and how this is just like a December favorite of mine. Like this is just how you know that like we're getting down to the end of it, right? Like we're in the thick of it for the playoff race. Like playing around on this, I have so many good memories of just like wasting time, whether it was in school or work. But it appears as if it's not really working very well right now. I mean, I'm just like it's still loading when I'm trying to make my picks. Yeah, man, I don't I don't know, man. We might just do our grid, honestly. Yeah, the Browns are in the playoffs, right? You heard it here first. Oh man. Oh, Pair Champ's got a link. Is it like playoff predictor by chance? That one's pretty nice. Yeah. ESPN, man. I'm a little disappointed in you. Not gonna lie. There's also they fixed this last year, I remember, but they had this for the longest time, and I thought it was hilarious. But literally up until last year, they had a glitch where if you picked the Jaguars, then the Jaguar logo would go from their modern logo to the old logo, but it was only if you picked them to win. I don't know if any of y'all know the lore behind that. I don't know if there's any. I mean, that's it. That's the lore. There's like no. It's that's all there is to it. All right, we'll fire up NFL playoff predictor, and we'll see if that works. Okay, yeah. We'll just run through this real quick, and then we'll do our grid. Let's see. We got week 13. Oh no, we just did week 13. Here we go. Okay, week 14. You know what? No, we're sticking to our guns. We're gonna pick the Cowboys here. They're my pregame pick. I think they've still got a chance. They're facing an uphill battle though. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking pretty good for Detroit right now. But we'll say that. I'm not gonna like go through my picks too in depth because I mean we've seen that before. That takes a million years. But I'm just gonna pick these games and yap a little bit, and then we'll see how it plays out, and then we'll do a grid after that. We'll do the Jets. Low key, I want to pick the Jags, but I still don't fully trust them. Nah, I'm gonna do it. It's in Jacksonville. Colts never win there. I'm a little scared about that one though. They the official count called it the biggest game in Jaguars history. I don't know about that, but it's big. It's a big one, that's for sure. This is one of the most important games of the season too, dude. I'm excited for this game. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. Oh, I don't want to pick against Houston though. They're playing so well right now. Nah, Chiefs and Arrowhead. I'll take them. I'll say Eagles. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I think they can still get right. We'll say Vikings, Seahawks. We'll say Bucks, Packers, Rams. Even though, mainstream media doesn't want you to know that Jacoby Brissett through 7 games is on a 5,000-yard pace. Genuinely, like actually, I'm not making that up. Through his 7 starts, Jacoby Brissett is on pace for 5,300 yards if he played a full season. They don't want you to know that though, but that is literally true. I may or may not be making a TikTok about Jacoby Brissett. Am I watching Montana versus SDSU on Saturday? I don't know if I'll have the chance to, but I'll at least be following it on my phone. I know that's a big one. FCS playoffs are in full swing. I'm excited. It's a great tournament. All right. See, Chiefs still have a chance too, man. I really think. It's been a weird year for them, but I still think they can get off the mat and get back in. And if they do, with how weird the AFC is, they've got a chance still. I'll say Baltimore gets right. The Pats won't sweep the Bills. We'll say Jags. We'll say Steelers with Thielen now. They're calling it the most Mike Tomlin signing of all time. Texans. We'll say Bears. Eagles. Yeah, I mean Niners. You have to, right? Seahawks. I'm gonna say Packers over Broncos. That's a great game. Bucks. Screw it. I'll say Giants. I'll go Rams, Panthers, Cowboys. Here we go, man. We got a few weeks left. Tyrese Knight forced another fumble on just by saying that. Oh, you're going to pick the Cards and Jags square on the grid? You got it, dude. You got it. Jacoby's lucky he doesn't face the Seahawks every week. That's fair. Yeah, the Seahawks got him a little bit, but hey, he's been hooping. You can't deny it. See, picking the Chiefs again. See, they're the Patriots on another team where it's like they're good and May is so good and they're well coached and like they're a deserving playoff team, but it's like maybe this is still just like too much like preseason bias, but it's like, are they really beating the Ravens in Baltimore? Maybe. I don't know, man. The Ravens have been very disappointing this year. Maybe I need to actually accept that. We'll say Bills over Browns, though. We'll say Broncos. We'll say Raiders. We'll say Bengals. We'll say Cowboys, honestly. With some of those injuries for the Chargers up front. They're a team I could see falling out of the playoffs, honestly. We'll go Jets. We'll go Lions. We'll go Colts. Big game, Monday night. You know what? We'll say they split. We'll say the Seahawks get this one. We'll say the Bears, or we'll say the Packers sweep the Bears. Eagles, Vikings, yay. We'll say Panthers at home. How about it, huh? And then Cardinals. All right, baby. Here we no. There's 2 more weeks left. I'm tripping. Chiefs on Thursday nights. I'll say Texans, man. We'll say No, not a tie. We'll say Colts. Pats. Man, the Pats really might get the 1 seed. Steelers. Browns Bills is a trap game. Brent is saying Browns will win. Bills are inconsistent. No, honestly, I mean the Browns are everyone's trap game, right? When you've got a defense like that, they're a tough out, man. They're legit. They are legit. We'll say Giants. We'll say Packers. We'll say Bengals. We'll say Saints, Bucks. I'm gonna say Philly. Cowboys, Lions, Seahawks, Bears or Niners. Dude, this is like the fraud bowl for me, honestly. We'll say Bears. I don't feel great about it though. And then I'm actually going to this game too. We'll say Rams over Falcons. All right, last week. Here we go. All divisional games. Boom, boom, boom. This is all just gut feeling. Boom, 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 boom. Screw it. Something weird is going to happen. Oh my gosh. The Colts would be out? That's crazy. It's possible. We'll say Rams. We'll say Hawks. We'll say Pack. We'll say Lions. We'll say Falcons. We'll say Boys. We'll say Birds. We'll say Bucks. Okay. So just based off of my picks here, just gut feeling, not putting too much thought in it, just clicking a little bit, just a little vibe check, man. Patriots 1 seed at 14-3. Broncos 2 seed. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. They're well on the path. Texans and then the Ravens win the division at 9-8. Steelers are out. Jaguars are in. Colts are out. Chargers are out. I think that could totally happen, honestly. I don't know. I mean, the Colts are a bit of a wild card. I think the Chargers are going to fall out of the playoff picture. Hawks winning out? I guess I do, man. Yeah, I could see them splitting with the Rams. Dude, it's another like Vikings-Lions situation from last year, right? It's possible. It's totally possible. The quotes go crazy there. And they get the Packers, the Bears. The Lions would be out at 10-7, man. That's tough. Eagles, boys get in. Hey, call me delusional. The boys get in this model at least. But it's a tough path. All right, we're going to do a little speed grid here. Ryan Asti, hit me with your best pick here for, was it Cardinals, Jaguars that you had, right? Hit me with it. I will try and lock in for the rest of these squares. And if anyone else in chat wants to help me out too, we'll see if we can do a little bit of a speed grid here before the second half. Line should have the same score as your age right now if it wasn't for the cheating refs. Dude, the ref ball was kind of crazy in the first half. All right. Cowboys, 49ers. I mean, the obvious one is Terrell Owens. You could also get Charles Haley. Let's see. What else could you get here? There's got to be more, right? Oh, were you saying Michael Spurlock for Jaguars Cardinals? That is insane. See, I know he played for the Bucks. I had no idea he played for those teams. Come on. That's insanity. Tim Ratty for Cards 49ers. I'll trust you. It's impressive how y'all come up with these, genuinely. That's insane. Welcome, Cows Anonymous. Appreciate you tuning in, as always. See, it's so tough to say the window is closing. I wouldn't necessarily go that far. It was just a weird year. I mean, truly. I know I've been so annoying about this, but I cannot emphasize this enough. Frank Ragnow retiring in June after the draft and free agency just completely changed the entire outlook on the Lions season, right? I mean, it'd be one thing if he retired in March and like they could have had all of the offseason to plan for it. Dude, they're out there in like OTAs and stuff, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, our best offensive lineman isn't coming back, It sucks. It sucks, man. And then, oh, he's coming back. Oh, no, he's not. His hamstring is cooked, you know? I tweeted out, like, a few weeks ago, like, or when it was, like, announced, like, dude, this makes him real contenders again if he's back. Alan Hearns, Jags boys. That's a great one. Alan Hearns, great pull. Let's go. 30%. That's shocking. That's shocking. Ken Norton Jr. for Niners Cowboys. You totally could. Ken Norton Jr. Defensive coordinator legend. Nice. Not my best work so far. Granted, I haven't contributed at all. Nah, Sewell is good. Don't get me wrong, dude. Sewell is good. I truly wholeheartedly believe like Ragnow is a better center than Sewell was a tackle. Sewell is a phenomenal player, but Ragnow is like generational, dude. Like I cannot say enough good things about him. You know, like sometimes like you leave a tackle out on an island, and it's impressive, right? Like Lane Johnson gets left out on an island so much he doesn't get a lot of help. Like it's usually just a pure one-on-one. Dude, they were doing that with Ragnow. Like leaving a center out on an island is just insane work, right? And like it's not even an indictment on Sewell. Like I'm not saying he's a bad player because of this, but like that's why when you compare like some of Sewell and Lane Johnson's reps, it's like, wow, Sewell gets help way more. It's like, yeah, because when the guard doesn't have to help the center, like he has nowhere else to go, you know? So I don't know. He's like a first ballot Hall of Famer, man. Gray Zabel clears. I mean, he's sick. All right, we gotta do this real quick. We'll say Randy Moss, whatever, nothing matters. This is gonna be a high score. Titans Jaguars. I don't know, bro. Cowboys first team All Pro. Did Travis Frederick ever get one? I think he did. Let's go. 1%. We got at least one good one there. Um, Jimmy Smith for Cowboys Jags. Oh man. Yeah, that would have been a good one. Cardinals first team All Pro. Um, did David Johnson get it in 2016? I want to say he did. Let's go. Okay. Titans first team All Pro. Chris Johnson. We'll get all the Johnsons. Ayo. And then Titans Jaguars. I don't know why I can't think of one. Titans Jag, and I missed it. Oh, dude, I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name, but I'll take it. No, wait, did I sell it? Oh man. Oh well, not my best work, but a grid is a grid. I'm at least proud of my Travis Frederick pull. Let's get back to this game, baby. But that was fun. I appreciate y'all helping me out with that. I always like a little halftime grid, but now Zabel's been phenomenal. I tried to give a take a few weeks ago that like Zabel might be my pick for offensive rookie of the year. I don't know. He'd be on my ballot at least. There's a lot of good linemen. Him and Armand Membu both have been like Pro Bowl level guys. Oh, it's picked. It's picked on the first play from scrimmage. Oh my goodness. And it's Derek Barnes. Oh my lord. Bro, that slant has been money all season. Oh, he just couldn't quite bring it in. Played pretty well by the Lions secondary too. Like he closed in a little bit. It is not looking good. Now, Membu, dude, the Jets have something with that offensive line. Membu, Fashanu's been all right, but like he's still so young. But the fact that Membu is this good right out of the gate, Titman's been really nice for them. They got AVT coming back next year. I'm telling you, be patient. Let's give this regime a chance. I like the vibes. I think there's a solid foundation there. Lions got the ball in the Reds. Dude, there goes that possession advantage right there, man. Picked on the first play from scrimmage. All right, that was well played at least. Man, all of a sudden, like this game is a completely different feel. All of a sudden, if the Lions score, go up 27-9. I mean, this is where it's like, okay, if you're the Cowboys, like you're not, like they're one of the better teams that can play from behind, but also the Lions, They have no problem just keeping on scoring, you know? Whew. This could totally be a year where like they have a legit case for it, you know. I don't know that it'll ever happen just because of the voters. Like, there's no way they would ever actually do it, but touchdown, Tesla. Dude, there you go. There's your Tesla touchdown right there. What a throw by Goff, too. That was a great ball. Right over the top. Tesla, clean win. 2 plays. Dude, we are 3 plays from scrimmage into the second half, and the Lions have scored again. Oh, baby. And look at all the attention that Gibbs takes. That is a beautiful play right there. Gibbs's gravity is insane on that play. They're so worried about him on the swing. It's like Tesla could catch that with his eyes closed. That is an unbelievable play design. Great throw. Man. You know, Dan Campbell's like calling the plays now, right? We have no idea how much of a hand he actually has into the design of it, but you can really appreciate how no matter who it is in charge, you know, honestly, it has not really been that big of a loss going from Ben Johnson to what the Lions have now. It has not really been that big of a drop-off. And I think that's a big testament to Dan Campbell as a coach, not just because he can step in and call plays, but the fact that, like, you know, it kind of shows he's the guy. You know, it's not just like there's this narrative that, like, Dan Campbell is just like this buff cheerleader and Ben Johnson's the real G. It's like, no. Ben Johnson can be a good coach in his own right, but we know who the architect is, man. We know who the real puppet master is. It's MCDC. Jack's going to head out. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Hey, we'll see you next time, right? Maybe this game's getting a little bit out of hand, potentially. Maybe a slight comeback watch. We'll see how this next drive goes. But appreciate you tuning in, man. The Timber Puppies are up right now over the Pelicans. Yeah, not by enough. Against the Pelicans? I was hoping you'd say this, Jack. Here's what I would say, because I tell my family this. Just wear a diaper before some of these games. I'll give them an alert and say, put them on and be ready to roll. Let's go. Let's go. Ant has 6 points versus the Pelicans. Dude, he's been popping off these past few weeks, too. Now you're starting to get, it's still early in the grand scheme of things, but if you're Dallas, like, you are starting to get into do or die territory here, just because you're going to need enough possessions to potentially make up the gap here. I honestly have no doubt that the Cowboys could maybe string together a few touchdown drives here in the second half, but already now, time is a factor here, just in the fact of, like, you know, the other side of the equation is your defense has to get stops, and even though it's been improved, like, that's still, it's caught. Is that going to be an and one right there? Lamb making the catch, drawing the flag? I mean, that's not how it actually works, but that would be cool. Whew. Yep. Another deep ball to CD. He has come to play today. This has been one of CD's best games of the season, I would say. Great catch. I missed the Jags. I saw something about, like, franchise GOAT. Oh, I honestly don't hate that take. See, here comes the offense, right? There's the one thing, though. Like, you worry about the time, but the Cowboys do have that explosiveness on offense. That's why getting those big plays are so important. That's why sometimes you do need a guy like a George Pickens that can just, like, win on a go ball or just chuck it up to CD, right? Oh, yeah, Will Campbell's been – I know Jack's gone now, but Will Campbell has been good too. It's been a really good offensive line class. Clean pocket. Shot to Pickens. Nothing. Good coverage. Got a meek on him. Flag down, but not in that area. Might be elsewhere. But Sebastian is saying he was thinking about best player in every franchise history, and the Jags were the hardest one to come up with, but you settled on Jimmy Smith. I might say Tony Bazzelli, just, you know, as big offensive lineman head, and he's a Hall of Famer. He's got the All Pros. He was so good, and he maybe lasted a little bit longer. But Jimmy Smith is a great take. I don't hate that. Jimmy Smith is easily a Jaguars franchise legend. He had a crazy peak. I think you could throw Fred Taylor or MJD in there as well. I think my pick might be Tony Bazzelli, but and I'm not even sure if I'm saying his name right, to be honest, but like, it's Tony Bazzelli. CD almost got that. Dude, Dak is just chucking it right now. Oh, CD down. Oh, getting up slowly. He's still down. That did not look like a smooth landing right there. He was trying to make an impossible catch. They're looking at his hand now, dude. Just like, oh. Okay, this is crazy. I low-key actually have a medical comment here. I mean, I'm not like diagnosing an injury, but I actually I have an anecdote to say. My dad taught me this a few years ago. He's a pediatrician for those that might need context, but this is known as no, I sold it. Hold on. There's an acronym for this where it's like, it's FOOSH. Okay. Falling on outstretched hand, right? There's an acronym for that. Falling on your outstretched hand, and you heard it. FOOSH. I stuck the landing there. Anyways, that was a case of FOOSH right there. Next time I talk to my dad, I got to tell him that I dropped FOOSH on stream. Flournoy again. Sebastian saying he could post all the players he decided on for debate. Dude, I would love that. Here's what I'll say, Sebastian. Here's what I'll say. If you remember from this summer, Michael put together that little Google Doc of like each team's most iconic win of might have been ever, or is either ever or like of the 21st century or something like that. As I mentioned in Discord, next week, Wednesday, the Wednesday Fun Day streams will be back. I think that would be a perfect thing to throw in the docket for that. I'll probably be doing a few different things for that, but reacting to that list, I think would be fantastic Wednesday stream material. Good pressure on third down, man. And if you're Dallas, you go for this. I mean, you could kick it and you would get it to a 2-score game. I think you got to go, man. I mean, I'll always advocate going for it, right? But again, you might say, "Oh, there's 11:56 left in the third quarter, like it's so early." I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is that early. I mean, we're in the second half now. You're going to have only so many possessions the rest of the way. I like this. This is risky. It's less than a 50-50 chance they pick it up, but I think this is good process. I think this is the right call. Got it. See? The ball's out. The ball's out. A big man touchdown? What just happened? Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a Dave Casper holy roller type of rule right here. What a catch by Pickens, though. Was he down when it came out? He was still fighting. The ball came out, and then it was just, it was pretty quickly recovered. But now they're trying to get the touchdown off of that. I respect it. But there you go, man. There will not be think pieces about how genius Brian Schottenheimer was for going for it on fourth down there. But if they wouldn't have gotten it, everyone would have been like, this sucks, I stand with Dan Campbell too, right? He went for it a lot on Thanksgiving last week, right? And I can't remember who it was, but someone had a good tweet. Like, someone was criticizing, like, this was such a bad call. And it's like, it's always crazy how, like, people say it's a bad call after the play happens. It has less to do with the call and more to do with what happened, CD is still on the sideline. I mean, now at this point, they're probably going to get some heavy personnel in. If you're Dallas, you're probably like, thank goodness, like, we can run the rest of this drive with the big boys out there. This is an organic resting spot for CD. Dude, this wouldn't be a bad spot for Lupke to get the ball. He's not out there right now, but this ain't a bad spot for him. They'll just mash it with Javonte. Touchdown. Oh, they needed that. And it was a quick touchdown, too. Again, like, sometimes it gets underrated, like, how quickly you need to score. Like if you can score in 3 minutes, do it, even if it's still early in the third quarter. You never know when you might need, like, 30 more seconds in a game. CD's walking on. Is he going to the locker room now? Oh, man. They're going to probably take a look at him. Could be a huge loss for Dallas. Still get it back to an 11-point game. All right, well, Dallas found the end zone for the first. That was their first touchdown of the day. They needed that, dude. And CD was having such a good game, too. 6 for 121. Just absolutely frying his matchups. We'll see. We'll see. But if you're the Lions, I mean, granted, you know, your first possession was a super short field, so maybe a little bit misleading. But, like, they've been moving the ball plenty in their own right, you know. Gibbs in the receiving game has been nice. Montgomery had that long touchdown. I think Goff has played pretty well so far. And the offensive line seems to have settled down a little bit. It seems like Goff isn't getting lit up every drop back anymore. And they're getting the ball out a little bit quicker too. So if you're the Lions, don't panic, right? You could certainly just, even if you go and get 3 points, like, you know, just keep scoring. Sometimes scoring is the best defense, right? I do honestly think, just like based off how this game has gone and what we've seen so far, I do think Dallas on offense is going to go on a little bit of a run. It's really just going to come down to, like, can they get 2 stops here, right? Because they're down 2 scores. Can they get 2 stops here in the second half? 2, maybe 3, but I do think. It wouldn't shock me if, like, they ripped off like 3 straight scoring drives, like maybe this touchdown, another touchdown, and a field goal or something like that. Wouldn't shock me. Also, we're past halftime, and now we're just cracking open the backup water. I didn't fill it up all the way today. I kind of messed that up a little bit. I got a little impatient. It comes out slowly out of the Brita, you know? But I Brita'd it, if you know, you know. But we're going to fill this bad boy up. Also, I'm not going to lie. My fan is off right now. I could not tell you why I turned it off in the first place. But I'm honestly a little toasty. Or maybe my parents turned it off. They stayed in here last week when they visited. That's right. My parents got to sleep right next to Go Bucks. Come on now. There we go. Let's go, baby. I got the remote for the fan. Let's go. Shout out Christine's dad for installing this fan. Ah, okay, that's much better. World Cup draw is 12 Eastern on Fox. I might be able to watch a tiny bit of it. I actually go into work pretty late tomorrow. I go in at 1:30. I might be able to catch a little bit of it. I will be in the process of finishing up my video too. I'm doing the on-camera shots tomorrow, so that'll be fun. I've finally found the perfect method for that, though, so it's no longer the most tedious undertaking of all time. So we've got a cool new setup for that, at least. So that'll be nice. But, oh, did they just say CD's out for the game? You just get ruled out? Oh, it's a concussion. Oh, that's a bummer, man. That's a huge loss. Whole time I thought it was his hand. I was talking about Foosh. It's a concussion. Rare tackle in the backfield. Deron Bland. That's like a sack on first down. That's a big, big play. Oh, yeah. See, that what they're showing right now on the broadcast kind of ties in. Like, it's nice to get numbers that kind of like back up like what you're kind of observing, right? Feels like Goff has had much cleaner pockets now, really ever since the first quarter. And there's a big difference in the pressure rate between the first two drives and the rest of the game. JMO on a screen. All right. That's not bad on 2nd and 15. That's not bad. Cows Anonymous saying that's probably it. For CD for the game, for sure. I mean, we'll see. Those concussions are tricky to evaluate from week to week, man. You never know. Like, you think, oh, he'll be back next week, and all of a sudden it's been 3 games and he's still not out there. But also, I'm just assuming you could be referencing something else. But here you go, 3rd and 8. Here's another test. Let's see if Goff can get a clean pocket here. Yep, he had time. And there you go. There's Gibbs. Oh! He had Bland in the dirt there. Oh my gosh. Come on now. Dude. I'm telling you, Jonathan Taylor, no disrespect, he is an unbelievable runner. He's so fundamentally sound. He's got a little bit of explosiveness to him. He's doing his thing with the Colts. I'm not sure if there's a better running back in the NFL than Zero in Detroit, honestly. Oh, we got a little wildcat going here. Let's go. They're ready for that. $80. Wait. No, that wasn't a wildcat. That was is it Malik Cunningham? Is that his name? He's a quarterback, is he not? Just wearing 80? Am I tripping? Dude, Jahmyr Gibbs is most certainly aura farming. But it's aura farming for a cause, you know? Goff? I mean, dude, when he has time, he's money. When he has time, he's money. That was a great throw and catch. That's really what it's going to come down to. I mean, not just for this game, but really for the playoffs. Like, let's say somehow Lions meet the Eagles again in the playoffs. If their line plays better, if they keep Goff clean, yeah, they could take him, right? It is a big if, but like if they could hold up to that Rams pass rush or the Seahawks pass rush, yeah, they could take him, you know. It's just not a given as much as it used to be. Man. 6 for 73 for Gibbs. That's crazy. He doesn't even have that many rushing yards, but he's just been so big in the passing game today. Just some sick moves after the catch to get some huge first downs. Or even like I think there was a one play in the first half where it was like 2nd and 17. He gets him like 15 yards. You know, like those are the little things on the margins that can win you a game. I am excited for Olympics flag football. I absolutely am. I think it's sick that they added that. I honestly think flag football, while when I say it's like the future, I'm not saying that like it's going to completely replace the NFL. But I mean it might one day, honestly, but it makes me happy to see how much of a growing sport it is. And honestly, like I hope one day that my kid plays flag football. I honestly think like if I'm a parent one day, like I would probably feel a little bit better about my kid playing flag football than actual tackle football, you know? I also think it's awesome that like at least here in Georgia and I think in other states, flag football has been really popular amongst women and girls. Like it is one of the more popular girls high school sports here in Georgia. I think that's awesome, giving them a chance to play this game too. I actually got to cover some flag football high school games when I was interning in college for one of the papers. It's like, dude, that's sick. That's awesome, you know? Yo, what's up, Game Solved? Appreciate you tuning in. Flag football is the fastest growing sport in America. It won't shock me, right? I know, like, it's that and it's lacrosse usually are, like, the two that are always growing. I think that's awesome. Thoughts on LeBron failing to reach 10 points? Wait, did that happen? Did that happen today? I know he, like, just barely got it the other day. Is the streak finally over? It's a bummer, honestly, if that's the case, right? I remember first learning about that streak back when I was in like 8th grade watching a Heat game in my parents' basement. They are going to take the points here. Oh, it's blocked. It's blocked. There's one stop. Oh, pickleball. That makes sense. There is pickleball. That makes sense. It's blocked. There's one stop. Dallas gets great field position now, too, off the block. Folks, it ain't over. It ain't over one bit. ESPN has the win probability right now, 90.6% for the Lions. I'm not going to lie, man. I don't think that's an accurate number. Now it's down to 87. Folks, buckle up. No CD is going to hurt, obviously, but I still think, man, like this Cowboys offense can go out there and put up some points. They have life indeed. Whoo-hoo. Whew. Sebastian asking if I'm going to be going for live for any of the night games this week. Probably not. I'll be going live next week, Wednesday. I think I already mentioned that. But probably not. I know I'm like tripping over my words now. I'm trying to look and see. I know we have some decent night games this week, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, the Sunday night game looks phenomenal. But I honestly think I'm just going to kick my feet up and enjoy that game. I've been trying to let myself do that a little bit more, right? It's a very different experience, and I'm not trying to, like, I promise this is not like, woe is me, I'm a streamer, you know? But, like, of course not. Like, I think I really like to try and pick my spots with these streams, especially, like, in season. I honestly think I was overdoing it a little bit too much at the beginning, and there were points where it just, like, felt like a little monotonous, you know? And so, like, I don't know, at least for me today, like, I felt great going to the stream. It's like, let's go. This is such a sick game. Like, let's do this. Like, 3.5 hours. Heck yeah, let's go, you know? But it is, sometimes I like to keep my Sundays sacred, if that makes sense, if you know what I'm saying. So, probably not this week, but I have been looking ahead at the schedule and, like, highlighting games like, okay, we're going live for that. But I'm really excited to get back to, like, some of the more off-season-y streams that I was doing. Just, like more football-focused, obviously, because we're in season, but, like, playing games and stuff like that, you know? But, oh, yeah, man. Michael's asking, did RBSDM say kicking was the right call? Let's take a look real quick. They might have it up at this point now. I would say probably, yeah. I mean, 4th and 5 is pretty long. I would venture to say yeah. But let's see what we got here for Dallas now. Can they respond, dude? It's like basketball. It's like a game of runs, you know? I can't find the game to save my life. Here we go. I'm checking it out right now. Play by play. Let's take a look and see if they have it up yet. Yep, they do have it up. Let's take a look. You can't see it on your screen right now, unfortunately. You're just going to have to take my word for it. I'm going to say it recommended to kick by like a percentage point. It was even. It was a toss-up. Toss-up, usually they defer to go for it, but interesting. Wide open Flanoy. Big chunk for Dallas. Thoughts on Amir Oricon leaving NC State because of NIL issues? Wait, is that guy from March Madness last year? Dude, that's crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But I will say one of my things that I like the most, there's two things I genuinely like, I enjoy so much about streaming. One is getting the interactions with you guys, right? Like, it's so nice. Like, it honestly, I'm not just saying this, like, this might sound corny, but it genuinely, like, takes me back to college, just like watching a game with the fellas, you know? And I love that so much. And two, I'm not on this thing, you know? I will say it's kind of nice just like watching a game. I ain't on my phone for 3.5 hours. It's kind of nice. You know, every single thought and take that I have about this game is completely organic. It's not being influenced by any outside sources or anything. it is kind of fun, like going on Twitter after the game and be like, oh, this is what people are thinking of this, but it's kind of nice, like just like watching and being like, well, I'm focusing on Ron Torbert today. I don't know if anyone else is talking about this, but yeah. Yeah, it is the guy from March Madness. I mean, good for him, I guess, right? Go chase your bag. Like, who am I, Mr. Broke, to say, like, don't do that? But NIL is kind of crazy these days. I'll go to McDonald's in your honor. I got you, bro. Step up, Dak. Oh, what a catch. Okay, not to make every single thing about the Vikings ever, but if you watch the Vikings, then you probably know what I'm about to say. Man, it'd be nice if our tight end could make those catches. Respectfully, man, our tight end gets a ball like that every single game, and he never comes down with it. And I get that, like, you can't expect him to catch every single one, but when you're supposed to be this top 5 tight end and we're paying you this much, you should catch, like, at least 2. Blitz coming. Picked up. Wide open Flanoy, although he might have been illegally open. There's a flag down. I mean, he was bare naked. Illegal pick play by Pickens? Yeah, that's what they're saying. Offense. Yep. I mean, yeah, he was a little too open. Droppinson. Yeah. 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 9 makes those throws. Oh, yeah, he just trucked Rock Yassin. That's coming back. All right, well, here you go, man. What is it, 3rd and 19 now? Good Lord. TJ Hawkinson. I guess if you're Dallas, the silver lining is you could play for the field goal here and it would still be a 1-score game. And you have Aubrey. Yep, just check it down, Dak. Oh. Bro, are they going to try like a 68-yarder with Aubrey? See, I almost wonder because that was, I mean, or they were just really trying to set up a nice field goal. Or do they punt here? Are they like, they're like exactly, the ball's on the Detroit 45. Okay, so it's not, this is field goal range for them. There's a nice play by Reed there. Dak is mad about the route, though. Maybe didn't sell it, throttle down quite as hard. This is a long kick. And he nailed it. Bro, that is a casual 63-yarder. I mean, come on, man. You know what's crazy? When I started watching football, that was the record for the longest kick ever. 63 yards. That was the record. Tom Dempsey first said it. It had been equaled a bunch of times. Matt Prater broke it in 2013 with 64 yards. Then Tucker had 66. And then Cam Little got it this year. But that was, I mean, it's insane how, like, and we're saying it's only a 63-yarder from here. Like, it's just crazy looking at Gamecast and being like, oh, they're at the Detroit 45. Oh, they'll kick it. Like, yeah, they'll kick it. Like, that's, they said it was the 6th 60-yarder in Aubrey's career. He's 4 for 4. Dude, he's been their MVP so far. He's kept him in this game. Obviously, in a spot like that, you had to take the points with just how far it was to go. It's back. It is back to a 1-score game now. But if you're Dallas, you got that one stop. Now you got to find the next one. And you're not quite to the point. Like, if you hold them to 3, then that still gets it back to a 2-score game. You're in 5th grade when Janikowski hit the 63-yarder in 2011. That's crazy. I, too, was in 5th grade for the 2011 NFL season. Let's go. That's awesome. Yeah, Janikowski. And then in 2012, David Akers hit a 63-yarder against the Packers. I think it was 2012. It might have been 2013. But, yeah. Who's winning the MLS Cup final, Messi or Thomas Muller? I like both of them. I like Thomas Muller too, but it's got to be Messi. The true GOAT, right? The true GOAT. Max Brosmer deserves another start if the Vikings are trying to tank. No, I mean, at this point, like, here's the thing. They could tank. I mean, it's just such a weird year in the NFL where, like, there's so many teams in the playoff race and, like, the NFC is so crowded. Respectfully, there's also a lot of bad teams this year, man. There's a lot of bad teams this year. So, like, the Vikings could try and tank, and sure, maybe that's cool. They still might pick like 11th or something, you know. You might as well just throw McCarthy out there and just pray that you see at least something salvageable. Pray that he shows you at least something, right? You might as well. You've already invested this much into the guy. You're already in this deep. Maybe it's sunk cost, but like at least for the rest of this season. Now, if they were like fighting for a playoff spot, I'd be like, dog, he can't play. Like, sign a guy off the street. I don't care. But, like, you know, we're 4-8. It's over. Just throw him out there. Whatever. Again, honestly, like, I'm still going to watch every Vikings game, obviously, right? But, like, when I watch this Vikings-Commanders game on Sunday, literally it's like, can we just get a Jefferson stat pad? That's all I really want. My favorite team for the rest of the season is the Justin Jefferson receiving yards. Good run by Monty. Whoo, he almost got the first down there. Who's TJ Hawkinson? Sounds like a guy who wants to go to a team where he can win. Oh, no, he's bringing up the quote. No. Brosmer should start if the Vikings want to find out whether a team can get negative points on offense. Dog, that was our first shutout since 2007. I said this in Discord. That is the first shutout I've ever witnessed as a Vikings fan. Like, that was the first time we've ever been shut out when I've been a Vikings fan. It's crazy stuff, man. Hey, I mean, I wouldn't complain about either of those guys, Cows Anonymous. I would not complain about getting either of those guys. You know? Caleb Downs with Brian Flores? Jeremiah Love would be sick, too. If we just, like, you know what? We're just like, screw it. Let's just draft a sick running back. Oh, we got the pocket health now. All right, for a second, we had the pocket health. They haven't really shown that yet today on Prime Vision. That was a new thing they've been trying to roll out. Look at Goff scramble. Just chuck it away there. We got a flag down. Illegal formation. Oh, a Cowboys-Lions classic, am I right? Bro, why does the trainer have the Tom Landry drip on? That's kind of awesome, honestly. He's stunting on everyone. He's got the Tom Landry fit. It's fitting for the Cowboys. Dude, the college football playoffs, always a fun debate, right? They're going to have the selection show. Is it this Sunday? Yeah, after the conference championship games. We'll see, man. We'll see about Notre Dame. Goff, look out. Oh, he got the throw off. That is an unbelievable play by Jared Goff. He's just fading away. He gets that throw off. I thought he was about to get crushed. Oh, my Lord. Kenny Clark blew that play up, but Goff was able to get off his spot just barely. I mean, that is not a typical Jared Goff play right there. That, again, this kind of goes against the narrative a little bit. We've just seen it more and more, just sprinkled in a tiny bit more each season. He's never going to be Lamar or anything right like that, right? But It used to be if Goff was moved off his exact spot, the play was a disaster. Now, every once in a while, he can give you something like that. That'll take us to the fourth. We got a one-score game going into the fourth quarter. Let's go, baby. What else could we ask for? You know what? This maybe hasn't quite been game of the year material yet. But if you liked what you just saw, get your popcorn. The next act is going to be great. Come on now, baby. Come on now. Well, to be fair, Sebastian, to defend my goat, I wouldn't call that a no-looker. He just kind of stepped to the side a little bit. Stafford would have gone off platform and thrown it sidearm and then trash talked the defender and been like, "Don't look at me. Don't look at my eyes." So there's levels to it, of course, but but it was good. Like seeing stuff like that from Jared Goff is genuinely so exciting if you're a Lions fan or if you just like watching good football, because that genuinely used to not be a part of his game whatsoever. And so it just goes to show that Jared Goff's career turnaround, yes, a lot of that can be attributed to the fact that the Lions built this unbelievable team around him. But also he just got a lot better. He really did. He just is a better player too. Duke UVA is going to be fun. That's a sicko matchup right there. Dude, that's crazy that one of those teams is going to be in. Michael says, I can't see how Notre Dame gets left out at this point. See, and I don't know these teams' resumes too well, to be completely honest with you. It's funny. I said I was going to follow college football more this year, and I don't know. I haven't fully. So, I know there's a debate about Notre Dame right now and whether they should get in or not, because I know they're, not in a conference, so I believe they're just not playing this week, right? And I know they've got, a comparable resume with other schools and stuff like that. Maybe their schedule isn't that good, but can someone maybe give me the lowdown on, the whole, Notre Dame situation, if y'all don't mind educating me? Stretch for a sec. Whew. 9 plays like he no-looks the game plan every week. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty good. No one does no-lookers like 9. He doesn't even look at the defense. Dude, what I honestly... I find the 9 jokes funny at this point. It's whatever, dude. I was just going into this season, dude. I was just so confident. Not even that JJ McCarthy was going to be amazing, but I couldn't tell you how many times I would go on this stream and say, JJ McCarthy would have to be so bad to screw this offense up. There's just no way he's possibly that bad, right? Oopsies. He's that bad. He would have to be Zach Wilson level horrible. Oh, he is. That's fun. He is. Dog, he's worse than Zach Wilson. He's worse. He literally has Jamarcus Russell stat lines. Oh my gosh. Who would I rather have at quarterback? Peterman, Deshaun Kaiser, or Max Prosper? Honestly, probably Kaiser. And I think by a comfortable amount. Kaiser was not good by any means, right? But I think he is by far the most competent and probably gifted of those 3 guys. Kaiser's probably got the best arm. I think he's the biggest. He could at least hang in the pocket the best out of all those guys. I would say Kaiser, but man, you're would you rather be stabbed in the face or the stomach? I think the face. Oh, there's Monty, another flag down. Another big chunk play, though. I mean, we'll see about this penalty, but just so many casual chunk plays for the Lions tonight. Okay, so Michael giving the lowdown on Notre Dame. Notre Dame and Miami played week 1. Miami won. Now they have the same record, and Notre Dame is 2 spots ahead of Miami and likely to get in. Well, the Canes watch at home. Notre Dame's best win is at home against 9-3 USC. Okay, that I was like, I feel like I've seen Notre Dame and Miami compared so much. Okay, that's why. Dude, that's so stupid. Like, what happens on the field has to matter, right? I don't know. Plus, they got the GOAT Carson Beck at quarterback. All depends on which part of the face. What would be the best part to be stabbed in? Maybe like the cheek, like if I had a scar going down my cheek, like I'd look really sick and intimidating, you know? Or my forehead, like a little cut right here on my forehead. Probably just the best spot would be like wherever it looks the most cool, you know? Now, if you got me with a little Russian tongue stab, that would not be pleasant. Although that's not really my face. This is just like near my chin. The chin, I feel like the chin is bony, so it could maybe handle it pretty well. Yeah. I say, would you want more bone or would you want more fat for where you got stabbed? What would hurt more? Like, would the bone or the fat protect you more? Yeah, that's fair. You have to think about the vital organs. That's fair. Oh, almost a sick catch by Tesla. I think he was out. That would have been a sick catch. Another flag. All right, we got to chill with these penalties. Man. Peterman, David Carr, Max Prosper. Probably David Carr, honestly. You would have to pick a pretty bad quarterback for me to pick Peterman or Brosmer, unfortunately. Oh, another on Tate Ratledge. Yeah, I mean, he's like choking him. Yeah. A lot of penalties on both sides. Lions with more penalties, Cowboys with more penalty yards. They are in field goal range even after that penalty, though. If you're Dallas, it's risky to try and pin your ears back against this team because they could easily hit you with a big play, but you kind of have to. Oh, that's big. It's a loss of only a yard, but I mean, oh, John Skelton, Ryan Lindley. Dude, we're just going through the pre Carson Palmer Cardinals quarterbacks now. Oh, oh, oh. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know about those. Scott Tolzien. Dude, those Cardinals quarterbacks were part of some foul offensive performances. Dave Blunt's. Jamarcus Russell, Nathan Peterman, Dave Blunt's, Eric Teoxen, or J.J. McCarthy. In order, I would say Dave Blunt's, Eric Teoxen, Jamarcus Russell, J.J. McCarthy, Nathan Peterman. In order. I think Dave Blunt's would be a little bit better than me, but I got the rest of those guys beat. Dave Blunt's. See, you know he'd have good ball security because if he can't put down the cup, you probably couldn't put down the ball either. He'd never fumble. Just tell him the ball's the cup and he won't put it down. I'm too proud of myself for some of these things I've said tonight. All right. This is a pretty decent kick here. Last one got blocked, but Bates has got a good leg. They got those K balls. Got it. Back to a two-score game. Well, I mean, I'm standing by my whole like two stops for the Cowboys take, right? Like with how things are looking, little under 12 minutes left in this game now, right? It is a two-score game. If you are Dallas, there is a world where if you play your hand right, you could get one more possession the rest of the way than the Lions, right? Just going forward, pretend this is a new game now. You've been spotted 11 points. Like, there is a world where, let's say there's 3 possessions left. Three seems a little low, but I don't know. It's going to come down to that stop, though. I do think that Dallas could go down and score again, but you gotta find the end zone. That's the other thing too, though, right? Like they've been moving the ball, but they've also been kicking a lot of field goals. Like you gotta find the end zone again if you're Dallas. I think you got to play this drive like you're going for a touchdown here. Again, 12 minutes, right? Maybe you don't want to be too desperate, but also you have to think of this in terms of possessions more so than time, right? If you're Dallas, you have to operate assuming that you have 2 possessions left. And sure, you could take the field goal first, I guess, but then your second possession is going to be less time and things are going to be more desperate. Like this honestly ties into what was a big conversation this past Friday, the Black Friday game. And it was so fun watching this with my family and getting to be the, well, actually guy to my parents. Yeah, you might know what I'm talking about. The whole like Eagles down 2 scores and they have to go for 2. They go for 2 the first time and then they don't get it. And it's like, why would they do that? Now it's still a 2-score game. And like, it's like, well, like you have to go for 2 either way. You might as well just do it now. Then later, like, do you need that extra possession or not, right? It doesn't really impact like how hard it is to pick up the 2-point conversion when you go for it. You might as well. So this is kind of like the similar idea, right? Where it's like, okay, sure, you need a touchdown and you can get a field goal. Well, they also need to go for 2. You guys get what I'm saying, though, right? Like, I think you got to play this pretty aggressively. But anyways, I loved like launching into a similar spiel. I think I was a little bit more articulate in the moment, but I was trying to explain it. And then like right after that, Sam Schwartzstein chimed in and said the same thing. I was like, let's go. My dad was like, I don't know if they should have gone for 2 there. I was like, well, actually. Oh, man. All right. Just your standard kickoff right there. Cowboys do kind of need a miracle, though. You're right, Pear Champ. Out of all the 41 bad quarterbacks the Browns have had in their history, besides Baker Mayfield and Jacoby Brissett, who's the franchise quarterback? No, unironically, it is Brian Hoyer. Brian Hoyer, when they had Kyle Shanahan as their OC and Mike McDaniel as one of their assistant coaches back in 2014, Brian Hoyer was actually kind of cooking that season. And if you know the lore, Browns ownership made them bench Hoyer for Johnny Manziel, and that ticked off Shanahan and McDaniel so much that they just resigned the next day. Like, we're not coming back. We're going to the Falcons instead. But it is tied. This was the same season when Travis Benjamin got his pants pulled down against the Vikings. Browns actually won that game, but Brian Hoyer played well. He honestly had a fairly good season. That offense was kind of nice. I think they had Isaiah Crowell too, rookie Isaiah Crowell. Like it was a good offense. Jordan Cameron at tight end. Javante, big run. First down. No Shador. Brandon Whedon and Seneca Wallace. Well, yeah, they resigned the following season. They went to Atlanta in 2015, and then 2016 is when the Falcons really popped off. Oh yeah, Hoyer Manziel was 2014. I'm all mixed up. You're right. You're totally right. They got Hutchinson in coverage on that play. Flournoy again. He's been busy now. A CD out. Actually, the RBSDM model said going for it on 4th and 28 would be 0.3% better than kicking a 150-yard field goal. I guess. Yeah, probably. Carrying the channel once again. Bang. Dude, we need you, right? You got to keep me in check. Oh, wide open. Flournoy. Touchdown. Oh my goodness. There must have been a blown coverage on the back end or something because there was no safety help whatsoever. And I don't think Robertson was playing that like he thought he had a safety behind him. That's a blown coverage, I think. Oh my goodness. Either that or Robertson blew it and he was supposed to play deep there. Well, let's watch it back. That's a, I mean, low key. Oh, it's hard to place the blame specifically on one person there. Branson and Robertson were not on the same page. Now you got to go for two. I like it. Make it a 3-score game. Here we go, though. Here we go. Dude, Dallas still has a real shot in this one, man. Their offense is humming right now. Can they get the two? Prescott all day. No one open. Ferguson! The opposite of Hawkinson. Tough catch. I didn't know your tight ends could make tough catches like that. I didn't know that was allowed. 3-point game. Here come the Cowboys. When there's a will, there's a way. Dude, my man Dak has got me, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Folks, here we go. Cowboys got their miracle. Mason Claybo got the start for Illinois State basketball versus Eastern Kentucky. Scored 17 points. Let's go. I know him, kind of. A little. I mean, I know his brother a little bit more, but that's awesome. Let's go. Hoo. I don't know if Branch just got fooled by Dak's eyes on that play there, because like as soon as he bit down, Dak knew he had it. Like, he would have probably given Illinois a chance either way with one-on-one. With Branch not looming around to, like, bust that play upright. But I don't know. I'm not the Lions' defensive coordinator, obviously. I couldn't tell you the exact play call. But it seemed like maybe Branch was supposed to be deep there. I don't know. But it's stuff like that with Branch. Like, just like little things like that you didn't like see at all last year, like whatsoever. And just like it just pops up every once in a while this year. Again, it doesn't mean he's a bad player, but it's been interesting to see that happen maybe a few more times this year. Every player gets beat every once in a while, right? Like you could say like there's been times where Kyle Hamilton has been beat too. It happens, but folks, we got a game now. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're still game of the year is still on the menu here, y'all. I mean, we still got like 10 minutes left of this bad boy. It's 30-27. This might shoot past my score projection. I said 35-30. I mean, that's possible. They'd have to go for two, which wouldn't really make much sense. Maybe it'll be 34-30. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm glad we're locked in for this game tonight. That's what I'll say. It's a big one. It's a big one. Ooh, great question from Brent. What homemade meal am I attempting to make this month? Well, I tell you what. I am having a little like holiday potluck party with some friends. Not this weekend, but next weekend on Sunday. And I said like, oh, it'd be fun like if we all just like brought a food that we grew up eating like around this time of year, like a holiday dish or something, right? So I am going to be making some lasagna, which has been a holiday classic. We always ate lasagna on Christmas Eve, um, because it was like a thing from my dad's side, that we kind of carried on a little bit. For those that don't know, my dad's side, half Filipino. My Lolo is Filipino, and then my grandma, who we call Nanny or Nan, she is Italian. So that was kind of our thing, was like lasagna on Christmas Eve. So we are we are making the lasagna. Well, I mean, Brent, if you want to fly to Georgia, by all means, pull up to the A. Minnesota wild rice. I still gotta make that though, but But no, I'll be making lasagna. I actually tried making one with Christine last year. It turned out pretty well, but I think there's a few things that we can improve on from it. So I'll be locked in for that. Maybe I'll post the results of that or something. But I am. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. I am, in fact, part Italian. Not a lot, but a little bit. But yeah. It's so funny. There's a running joke that like my nanny allegedly, but not really, but kind of allegedly had ties to the mob. It's like no, she did, but it's kind of like we just like joke about that. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, dude. Lumpia, come on. We were talking about lumpia earlier. They had some at Dodger Stadium. You know, it's like oh yeah. You ever had? Let me put you on, man. If you've never had show pao before, go to your nearest Asian market. Try and find some show pao. Just a perfect snack. It's humble. It's unpretentious, but it's so good. Oh, Waymo! Big play, Waymo. We got another flag, man. That's insanity. We'll see about the penalty. I cooked the pasta. Oh, is it going to be an extra 15? Roughing the passer. Yep. Yeah, they got Goff in the head there. That's legit. You get that every time. But yeah. And then on my mom's side, very Norwegian, right? Which explains like my Midwest origins and stuff like that and why I look the way I do. Like my mom's side is just like aggressively like Scandinavian. Um which I like lefse. Like there's like the stereotype of like a lot of Scandinavian food is just like smelly fish and stuff, but there's still some good food on that side of the family too. He's Goff Italian. Jared Goff is actually Filipino. If you know, you know. There might be one or two people in chat that would get that. There's no way he's Filipino, right? But he's a cook in the Cowboys. Mamma mia! Another blown assignment by Savon Ravel. Oh no! Goff got a call. He got a call. Good for him. Now here you are, right? This is time for the old school lines to come out right here. You have to finish this drive off with a touchdown if you're Detroit. This is where the big boys got to come out and shine. Gibbs got it. Touchdown. Hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Gibbs got it. 15 tutties for him on the season. Just casually, man. Just every year, just casual 15 to 20 touchdowns a season. What an answer from Detroit. And there you go. The big boys came out to play. Sewell getting to the second level, game over. You give Gibbs that much space, he's going to score. Yeah, he's in. Dude, there you go. I mean, if Dallas wanted to try and get their stop, like a goal line stand or like forcing him to three would have counted for that, but nope. There's that Lions running game when they needed it most, coming through. 36 pending the extra point, potentially 37 for the Lions here tonight. Offense is nice. Up and good. 37-27. Now if you're Dallas, you got to play darn near perfect the rest of the way now, right? If you want to get back into this one, you got to score quick, you got to get a stop, and then you finally control your own destiny. You got to have two really good possession. Or you got to have like a good possession on offense and then a good defensive stand back to back to even give yourself a chance to control your destiny here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Brent asking if I'm buying a Norway Holland jersey. That'd be sick, dude. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. That would be pretty sick. JC McCarthy's become elite. Oh, he already was, right? He already was. You've seen some documents that revealed Goff's great grandparents were born in Terengganu province, Malaysia. Really? Well, no, you're probably messing with me. Dude, if that was the case, that'd actually be pretty crazy. Michael says if the Lions win, they'll be 8-0 when Gibbs scores and 0-5 when he doesn't. I would say feed the bell cow. True. Yeah. Dude, I just have the urge to pull up Jahmyr Gibbs' stats now. Hold on. One sec. Again, 10 for 29 isn't crazy, but he's made such a big impact in the receiving game. And that touchdown run was huge. I mean, that wasn't just like your typical like punch it in near the goal line. Like that was a very impressive effort there too. But I mean, yeah, he was quiet in the Packers game. He popped off against the Bears. He's been like really heating up. I mean, that game against the Giants, just an all-timer effort, right? I mean, man. Dude, I'm not it's crazy, right? Like it came out after the draft that the Lions had Gibbs above Bijan on their big board. Like them taking Gibbs that high was like such a shock, right? And it was like, oh, they would have taken him over Bijan even if Bijan was there. And oh man, I still might say Bijan's slightly better. That's crazy. I was just saying Gibbs might be the best back in the NFL. I don't know, dude. I honestly think here's my take. Jonathan Taylor is amazing. He's probably number 3. I would say just like who's the best running back, I would still say Gibbs and Bijan are slightly above JT. If you want to say Gibbs is RB1, I won't hate it, honestly. Oh, he will be. He will be the first pick in fantasy, for sure. I mean, yeah. Anyways, he's good. I just needed to look at that for a little bit, I guess. I just felt the urge. Just a quirky little urge, you know. That was crazy. I'm sorry y'all had to hear that. Let's get back to this game. Justin Herbert is lucky he has Madison Beer to help him nurse his injury. Yeah, that Herbert injury. Maybe I'm like out of touch. I feel like that's like flown under the radar a little bit. Like it's almost been a little underreported. Like that's a very significant injury for a team that's in the thick of the playoff race right now. Man. But yeah, I still might get down with Bijan 1 and like if you really want to get nerdy like they're so close as like pure runners. Gibbs is maybe a little bit more explosive. Bijan's a little bit better like between the tackles, barely, you know. And Bijan's still very explosive in his own right. And um like they're both phenomenal receivers. If you really want to get nerdy, I think Bijan is a much better pass protector than Gibbs though, and like maybe that's a lame reason to give him the edge, but I think it matters a lot, you know? I mean, I think back to that Vikings game that they won, like a big reason why they won is they just targeted Gibbs in pass protection. All their blitzes were targeted at him and it worked and like I compare that to the year before when they played the Falcons and like I know they played the Falcons this year too and Bijan had a good game blocking in that game too, but I think back to their 2024 game. The Vikings ended up winning big, but it was close for a while. And I was just so blown away by how good Bijan Robinson was at picking up some of those blitzes. I mean, dude, he was blocking his tail off in that game. And that just always stuck with me. And he's all, you know, he has a reputation to being a good blocker, but like seeing it like that, it's like, man, that's good stuff right there. He can be a check down machine. I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I guess if you want to like if you want to break down their receiving games a little bit more, I would say Bijan has maybe a slightly more complete route tree. Bijan, you maybe feel slightly better if you put in the slot or split out wide, versus Gibbs' receiving game is maybe a little bit more built on yak on checkdowns and screens. Not that that's a bad thing, but I would say like who would I rather have run a choice route out of the slot? Like that's a stupid thing to compare for running backs, but like if you want to play that game, I would rather have Bijan do that than Gibbs, you know. But but where they're acting like two legends cannot coexist. I mean, and it's so sick that they came from the same draft class. Like, in a just world, those guys are going to have long enough careers and be featured backs long enough that both of them are first ballot Hall of Famers. They both certainly have the ability. In a just world, we'll actually see that happen, you know? Am I familiar with Malaysia's naturalization scandal? I can't say I am. I might need to get looped in on that one. I can't. I've been trying to like follow the news and stuff and be a little bit more worldly these days, right? And like, you know, just be an educated citizen and stuff like that. But I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with that. Look out. Look out. Look out. Got him. Muhammad again. One of the breakout players of the year, honestly. If the NFL had a most improved player award, he would be a great candidate for it. 2 sacks for him tonight. Remember that monster game against the Ravens? I mean, he has almost as many sacks as Hutch this year. Like he has been the number 2 that they've been looking for. 2 pressures, 2 sacks. Man, loss of 9. Look out again. Oh, what a catch by Flournoy. That was an unbelievable catch. I thought he had no shot to get that. Man. Cows is saying it's crazy. Bijan is just the complete package for running back. But Gibbs has been better used. No, that's a great point too. Like, dude, you're preaching to the choir with that. The amount of times I've ripped my hair out with just how stale and predictable that Falcons running game can get. And it's like, we get it, bro. You guys like outside zone from pistol. Like, you know, you can call other plays too, you know. No, that's I mean if you had Bijan on the 2024 Lions, good night. I mean, yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah. Imagine Bijan running behind Ragnow, Sewell, Decker, Zeitler with Ben Johnson calling plays for him. Oh, come on. Come on. Not that I mean Gibbs would cook on the Falcons, right? This isn't to discredit him. Like he would be nasty anywhere, but look out, look out, look out, look out, look out. That'll be like a 1 yard rush, but man, I mean, now again, the clock is a factor here. It's like, okay, we avoided the sack, but man, that took a lot of time off the clock just for 1 yard. Like, I respect Dak keeping his eyes downfield, trying to pick up something through the air, but that's one thing where as much as I love Dak, and I think he's an amazing player, like Josh Allen turns that into like 7 yards, you know? They'll get the first down the next play, but really? They signed a bunch of random players for World Cup qualifiers. I didn't know that. All right, well, if you're Dallas, at least you have all 3 timeouts. That's something worth noting. Oh, they're going to run it. I guess they tried to catch him napping there. I feel like of all teams to do that against the Lions, I don't know. I feel like the Lions are a team that loves to pull out like the surprise run. They'll like run it on 3rd and 8 and stuff like that. Oh, I see the vision, but man, now incomplete. You're back to 3rd and 8. You could kick the field goal here, I suppose, right? To kind of go back to what I was talking about earlier. I mean, this has been kind of a long drive, has it not been? And it's been 3 minutes. Okay, I'm tripping, but still, like, I don't know, man. 3rd and 8. You do you think about 4 down territory? They wouldn't do it unless it was like 4th and inches. They would kick it, but oh, that's nice. Flournoy again. Dude, he's been the guy to step up with CD out. It hasn't been Pickens, it's been him. Oh my gosh, could you imagine Jefferson with Dak? Dude, Jefferson would set career highs. Oh, there you go. There's Pickens. Gets out of bounds at least. It stops the clock. Okay. I'm curious to see if Schwartzstein and company are going to have a time to score by projection. They had this for the Black Friday game. It was like the Eagles should score by this point. Like statistically speaking, that's like the cutoff line for like them getting another possession. I think with the 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, that should help a little bit, but I think you still got to try and score here real quick. Blitz, look out, fade away, just throw it away. There you go. Not actually, just being annoying. All right, man. Back to third down. A lot of third downs on this drive. 3rd and 3 now. 11 plays, 56 yards. I mean, yeah, it's been that type of drive, you know. Here you go. Yep, this is Hutch time right here. Hutch is on the backup now. Nate Thomas. This could be a spot where Hutch could not necessarily win you the game because, again, if Dallas doesn't get this, you know, they can kick the field goal, get it back to a one-score game. But, man, I think if we're just going to call it how we see it, if Dallas is going to win this game, they got to score. They got to score the touchdown here, man. Like, we're getting to the point where time is a factor, and you don't know if you're going to get down this far again. And it's just so nice, like, when you get that second possession with not a lot of time left, it's just nice knowing you need fewer yards and time is a little bit less of a factor. And I think, like, if you sack Dak here, that forces their hand with a field goal. If it's even an incompletion, you could think about it. This is where Hutch has got to step up right here. Also, Loki, that was a false start. Incomplete. 2 flags. Dude, I'm not going to lie. It looked like Nate Thomas false started there. Branch is shaken up. Those 2 flags were in the end zone, which is interesting. Did anyone else see that? Am I crazy? I feel like the Cowboys left tackle jumped there. Now they're talking like it's a Ron Torbert game. They're going to get Anzalone for something. Branch might be a little hurt. Yeah, he looks a little shaken up. Yeah, they got it. They got the waist there. 2 penalties. Whoa. Passenger. Dude, low-key, if you're the Lions, wouldn't you want to accept that penalty, though? Well, I guess then it'd be replay 3rd down. I guess. Yeah. Here's decision time, though. Here's decision time. Oh, I guess he got him first. Yeah, that's legit. He kind of shoved him to the side. Interesting. They don't like the call. I guess they're saying the swim is legal. Like it looked like he like grabbed his sleeve and pulled him to side, but maybe it's like a clean swim or something. Oh, see. I get why they're doing this. I get why they're kicking this. I don't know, man. And it might all be for naught. Like, for all we know, Detroit could go down and score a touchdown on their next drive, and that's just, it's over no matter what. But I'm going to be honest, man. I think 4th and 3, they should go for this. I don't know that they're going to get this close again. And it's only 4. It's not even like it's that long of a 4th down, right? Because here's the thing, you know. You could also look at it this like, okay, you get the ball back. Let's say you still need a touchdown. Like, let's say you're in field goal range, but it's like 4th and 8. Now you have to go for it on the 4th and 8 because you didn't go for it on the 4th and 3. I would say go for it, man. I don't like this call, to be completely honest with you. Sure, if they don't get it, then it's a 2-score game and it might feel like it's over. But again, you need the touchdown either way. Like, it is not promised that you're going to get this close to the end zone again with only 3:45 left. But they're going to kick it. I don't even care what the analytics say. Like, I just truly, like, it's a 1-score game. It's a 1-score game at least. So there's that. I'm just saying, man, can't you see this? Cowboys defense gets a triumphant stop. and then Dallas is like driving, and then they just can't find the end zone. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. It won't impact the game. I mean, this won't be the only reason they lose if they lose. But hey, MCDC quote, right? Has to get read verbatim every time. Here's what I would say, because I tell my family this. You should wear a diaper before some of these games. I'll give them an alert and say, put them on and be ready to roll. MCDC. Let's go. Yeah, upon further review, I can get how that might be a little bit of a weak penalty there. It's been a rough night for the Zebras all around. I don't think you could really say that they've like screwed one team over more than the other. I think they just don't know what they're doing. Not that I would be any better, by the way. Like it is so funny. It's just like, oh, these, like, and Brent, you'll appreciate this. I've honestly become very pro ref. Like, being a referee is such a ridiculously hard job that I feel like you have to appreciate the fact that like these guys that are doing it are in fact like the best of the best. And I promise you, like, I mean, we saw with the replacement refs, right? How it just like was noticeably worse. Like it was like a million times worse with replacement referees. It's like, dude, like no one else could do this job better. And maybe you could argue for robot refs, but I think that's inhumane and against the spirit of sport. But that's a different conversation. But I don't know. So I guess I say all that. I was clowning. I'm like, they don't know what they're doing. But also, maybe they could be a little bit better. Oh yeah, the couch refs, right? No, I mean like the point of view is different. Everything happens so fast. You don't always get the benefit of replay. Like it's a hard job, man. You'd prefer if Dallas defense didn't get a stop on this next Lions drive? Well, the good news for you, you can even kick a field goal and more or less end this game. Right? See, that's the other thing. That's the other thing the touchdown gives you is that now, if you were to score a touchdown on that drive, then you would have the luxury of if the Lions got a field goal, you'd still be in it, right? I don't know. I don't know. Dude, I'm so anti-robo ump, it's crazy. Like, you could show me a compilation of Angel Hernandez's worst calls of all time, and I'd still be like, I don't care. We need humans doing this job. I do not want a robot ump. That was a good return by Tom Kennedy, by the way. Huge return, man. Because, again, field goal probably wins this game for the Lions now. And, man, they've got some great field position. Just like that. Special teams coming through. If you're Dallas, here you go, right? This is why you made all these moves on defense. I mean, they are already almost in Cowboy territory. You pretty much have to get a 3 and out to give yourself a chance in this game. That helps. That's a good first down play for the defense. That helps. Oh, geez, he's getting carted off? Dude, that's terrible. Just an awful season, again, on the injury front from the Lions. Just terrible, man. Already no Kirby Joseph. Brian Branch, questionable to return. Here you go, 2nd and 9 now. If you're the Lions, you might flirt with throwing here. You're starting to get, I mean, because that clock is running. Dallas hasn't called a timeout yet. Forget a field goal. A few first downs might get you home soon. Play action. Yep. Beautiful. St. Brown, there's your ball game. There's your ball game. What a call. Play action to St. Brown. Oh, baby. That's the stuff right there. Hoo, 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 hoo. Dan Campbell pulling out the play action crosser. I love it. So much for St. Brown being limited. He didn't like have a monster game, but man, he had some. I mean, he still had 6 for 92, but he came up in some big spots today. That dude, that's your game right there. Runner with they called him down inbounds too. So now if you're Dallas, you have to take that timeout. Dallas is challenging. I guess. I don't know, man. It ain't gonna make that much of a difference, will it? Let's see. Oh, all right. Don't jinx it. I don't know, man. It would take something pretty crazy at this point. Yeah, I picked Dallas too. I did too. Bro. I mean, yeah, that like yeah. Lost a timeout from the challenge too. That's tough. I mean, again, they're in field goal range at this point. Like clock will stop 3 more times, but it's over. What a win for the Lions, dude. Backs against the wall, taking on a red hot Cowboys team. Now they get that they get a little bit of extra rest going into that Rams game. Those games are always interesting. I mean, dude, like, whew, whew, whew. I think if you're Dallas, like the season's probably cooked at this point. If you drop the 6-6-1, yeah. Get the big boys out. Oh yeah, look at that massive formation. Yup. Misdirection. Gibbs has got it. Gibbs has got it. I mean, if you really want to big brain it, maybe you didn't want him to score there, but I mean, it doesn't matter, dude. It's a 14-point game now. Gibbs gets a little bit of a stat pad. You get a 40 burger. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Lions, baby. You feel that? That, my friends, is a pulse. The Lions have a pulse. They're still very much alive in this playoff race. Dude, I'm not going to lie. If they lost this game, it was looking like they might fall out. They've still got a pulse, folks. Big, big win. Offense showed up big time tonight. Whoo, 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 whoo. 47 career touchdowns for Gibbs, not even 3 years into his career. Crazy work. Oh, look at Cologne with the block. I mean, dude, they got him on a DB. When they get a big guy on someone wearing number 34, it's over. Oh, yeah. Dude, I completely missed your comment earlier, Kyle's Anonymous. Yeah, I mean, the first two drives, they were heating up Goff. Outside of that, nothing. And nothing really off the edge at all today. Even like those first two drives. It was all from the interior. Yeah, it'd be nice if they had a Micah Parsons right now, right? One sack today for the Lions. Or for the. Oh, it was James Houston. Okay, they got a little bit of pressure off the edge. Whatever. But, like, you know what I mean, though, right? Hey, hey, I'm glad you brought that up, Michael. Hey, hey, hey. Maybe it's a different team in second place, but so even with this win, man, there's still very much a chance that that happens. You know, every once in a while, I get something right. Now, unfortunately, one of the teams I was committed to hardest this offseason, well, there's a few of them, the Raiders and the Giants. Tough, right? But hey, hey, hey. Some were saying there was a chance that that would happen. Some were saying. Well, I guess I'm trying to think of the AFC East. I guess the Jets are going to be in last. It's like, not so crazy. You have the Dolphins last after all. Okay, that's not. Pickens was open. Kind of missed him there. But You know? Some were saying the pesky Panthers might be a little bit of a problem, and they might make the playoffs and they might not, but they're going to be a problem and finish second in the division either way, you know? Some were saying those Panthers are a little pesky. Yeah, yep. I also did have the Ravens winning the Super Bowl, which I don't know about that. I mean, anything can happen. I'm honestly so excited for this playoffs just because I feel like it's so wide open. There's legitimately like 10 teams you could sell me on winning the Super Bowl or something like that. Like there could be a world where it's like honestly I could see the 7 seed going on a run. Maybe not winning the Super Bowl, but like I mean they're showing the playoff picture right now. I mean, honestly, no disrespect. I don't know if Ryan Nasty's still in here or if the Buccaneers are watching. I'm looking at the playoff picture right now. Is Tampa the worst team of the teams in right now? It's probably either them or the 49ers or the Bears, which is crazy because they're the 1 seed. But if the Lions get in as like the 7 seed, like they could easily win against the 2 seed, you know? Or the Giants doing? No, we don't need to talk about that. It's okay. It's okay. Look at how many quick pressures Abdul Carter has. Don't look at his sack totals, but look at his quick pressure totals, right? Malik Neighbors got hurt, so that's why. Otherwise, they would have made the playoffs with him. Dude, that I I really sold myself on that team. It's crazy. I'm gonna get a gold star sticker. Thank you, Sebastian. Alliteration. Oh yeah. Well, it's 3rd and 10. The game is still on. Incomplete. Al Michaels is laughing at something. Dude, I missed what they're talking about. Like they're like wheezing. They're laughing so hard. Well, that's crazy. I mean, it's 2 scores now, so the point is even more moot, but I'm just like I'm going to be slightly insufferable for a sec. It's like you don't go for it on 4th and 3, but instead you have to go for it on 4th and 10, you know? You're probably going to go for it either way. I mean, again, it's a different situation, but still, you know. Well, Flournoy gets a little stat pad. Dak gets a little stat pad. I do have Dak in one of my dynasty leagues, so like I'll take a few extra yards. I will say that Monday night game against the Cardinals when Dak threw a pick on like the last play of the game. That you just chucked it up and it was picked off. That literally lost me one of my fantasy games. I was up by like 1.5 points and he throws that pick and I lose. Week 1. Dude, he did win offensive player of the week. Yeah. Yay or nay? Yeah. Eventually we'll get a call on this. Let's see. First down. Hey, they're still alive. Don't call it a comeback. Bro, they're calling it time. I guess. I mean, Brandon Aubrey, he's like decent at onside kicks. His technique, at least. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Did you see who got? Was it Rock Yassin? I'm gonna assume it was D Thomas. Who's D Thomas? Double. Oh no! Don't turn off console. Not yet. There we go. It's been a while since I got that notification. Double switcheroo. All right, come on now. Who do I want in the USA group? Whoever's easy. Turpin? Okay. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Cowboys are going to score a touchdown on this next play. Go for two, get it. Onside kick, get it. Touchdown. Cowboys win. Vikings are still alive. No, I mean, hey, Rock Ya-Sin was probably in the mix, though. When you're that good, you're always in the mix, right? Look out. Ferguson, tough catch with the penalty. Is buying a PS5 in 2025 worth it? Should you just wait for the 6? I'm not going to lie. I have no idea when the 6 comes out. I guess it might be fairly soon, right? I mean, it's almost 2026. The PS5 came out in what, 2020? Is that right? Um, I guess the 6 might come out soon. The 6 is probably going to be crazy expensive, though. I mean, I don't know the price of the 5 right now and what the price the 6 might actually be like $650 or something like that. That's just like guess, shot in the dark, whatever. But oh my gosh, Muhammad with this third, with this third. You gotta, dude. That's so valid. GameCube in 2025. That is unbelievably valid. Hey, I respect it, dude. I still play the good old Nintendo Wii from time to time. You know, I've got CTGP on it. If you know, you know. I know Jack knows. Mario Kart and Ball Talk every once in a while. You know, sometimes you got a social function, you're chilling with the family or the friends. There's nothing more honorable than firing up a little Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort, right? Everyone can play, everyone knows how to play, right? Something nice about that. GameCube, though, that's so sick. What do you play on the GameCube? I'm curious. I played a little bit of GameCube growing up. A lot of Melee back in the day. Oh, yeah. I played some Madden on the GameCube. Oh, it's picked. DJ Reed gets the last laugh. So much for the legendary Dak stat pad. Another pick to his name. Well, there you go, folks. That'll do it. That's all she wrote. If you didn't think it was over then, it's certainly over now. And this looks like the end of what was a fun, but at times frustrating Cowboys season. Frustrating in the sense of they could have just been a little bit better, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that's a catch. That's a pick. I'll be surprised if they overturned it. Thoughts on Madden 08? I'm not going to lie. I don't really have a Madden 08 take. That's one of the Maddens I didn't really play. I played 07 on the GameCube a little bit. That's the one with I think that's the one with Sean Alexander on the cover. Um and then my first Madden that I bought was Madden 10 on the Wii. And then I stopped buying Madden after a while. I did play a little bit of last year's though, I won't lie, but I don't know that I have a Madden 08 take. Isn't there, and this is a total shot in the dark if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but y'all know Scott the Woz, right? Isn't there a running bit on his channel about, was it Madden 09? I think it was. Is that what you're referencing, Madden 08 or Madden 09? Is that by chance? Because I feel like he has a bit on his channel about Madden 09, right? Is that by chance what you're referencing, Sebastian? Because I need to look this up now. The game is over. Good win for the Lions, by the way. I mean, like, I they're back in the playoff race, right? I mean, they are to be taken seriously. And we were looking at their schedule, like, I don't know, they got a real shot. Could kill my career. That's a little ominous. But let's look up Madden 08. I'm trying to remember who was on the cover of Madden 08. Oh, this was the Vince Young one. I'm going to say Madden 09 just because I remember to show my unkness. I remember renting Madden 09 on the Wii. Yup. Before I bought Madden 10 on the Wii. I rented Madden '09 and played that for a little bit. And it was a good time, you know. It's just nostalgic. Like, I've actually played Madden '09. I don't know that I ever played '08, but I'll say Madden '09. Maybe this will end my career. Nope. Oh, man. Oh, man. It is Madden '08, though. What's wrong with Madden '09? Beyond, Mr. Welfare Thief being on the cover. That's crazy. Oh man. All right, good question for Parent Champ. We'll answer this question before we call it a night here. Parent Champ saying or asking, Lions play the Bears again. Do the Bears get revenge or miss the playoffs? I'm not gonna lie. Off the dome, if I had to pick that game, I'm picking the Lions in that one. I still think they're the better team. I don't know. I don't know if the Bears will miss the playoffs necessarily, but would it shock me if the Lions caught them and passed them and finished second? I don't think so. Not one bit. But, anyways, I appreciate y'all tuning in. That was a super fun stream, man. I feel like we had a great time here today. Good game, too. Maybe not game of the year. Top five? Could we say top five, maybe? We'll say top five. But, a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys. I will see you all next week, Wednesday. Wednesday Fun Day streams will be back. I'm excited. Caden and I have been workshopping a few new ideas, and maybe, just maybe, we'll throw in a little reaction to Sebastian's most iconic player of each franchise list, too. So I'm looking forward to that. Y'all go enjoy your weekend. Go enjoy your football Sunday. And until next time, the doctor's out. I appreciate you guys.